Welcome back to another great stream. NFL Week 18. Gotta get the clap in.
Yeah, we got to.
Cheers. It's Thursday night. Our first week no football on Thursday night. I'm happy.
Kind of nice. A little refreshing.
You were hating on me for saying
No, I like the little college, nice little.
we did have a
4 o'clock
college
game,
football game.
and it's not having to wait till 8:30 and then watch maybe half the game that's gonna be shitty and then fall asleep.
Go Dogs.
Yeah. All right.
They lost, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Two of us had money on Georgia. One of us has a brother who's a Georgia fan. Sad night. But
Yeah.
I think that Irish Penn State game could be really interesting. We can maybe get into college. I think we might have a college caller. So
Ooh.
if not, I can give you maybe they'll have a line for that next game. They have a line for the first game that was set. So NFL Week 17. I'll be honest, I was on vacation. Did not really watch a lot of it. I was on a cruise, so they have the NFL Pass where you can watch one game at a time. But there's no bottom line. So the 1 o'clock game we were watching, Eagles Cowboys, had no idea what was going on.
That was the game.
Conveniently, that's the hour. It wasn't the game I chose. You have fucking 10 Philadelphia fans screaming.
That's Virgin Cruise Lines for you.
Voyages.
We are not sponsored by them, so we don't recommend that.
We're a Royal Caribbean podcast. Reach out if you have.
Or Carnival. Carnival's a good time.
No.
If you want to hang out with people who look like Batman.
Hopefully that doesn't persist throughout the pod because we were just canceled. But yeah, so I was not able to watch a lot.
You watched canceled. Explain yourself.
We don't need to do. Me just saying that made it worse. So you watched every game.
Mostly. I did. I honestly thought I did a lot worse than what I did based off the record this past week, but thankfully, I think we all ended up above 500. I was, I think, the worst one out of us three, but I feel like our records kind of reflect. I mean, all above 500 throughout the entire year seems kind of impressive for the first time that we've been doing this. So I'm proud of us hosting the pod, picking every game, and especially when a lot of these games are kind of dog shit, we still find a way to try and make you guys money. So
this week's going to be much harder, though.
Yeah, week 17 wasn't too much entertainment-wise, one of the best weeks. This week's also going to be a little tough. I know we're probably just going to be waiting until Sunday night for that Vikings-Lions game, but
there's other intriguing stuff here and there.
Yeah.
But let's recap the week. So 10-6, 10-6, 9-7. So pretty solid week. Not much you guys mentioned it. Not much more you can ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the year, you look at these numbers. Mikey's 102, 91, and 2, 53%. 142, 110, and 4, 56%. Cam 125, 79, and 3, 59%. So really, that's a gambler's dream, is being right over 50%.
Yeah.
So we've been putting up really good numbers. I'm proud of all of our work this season. We had our friend Rat join us, 4-8-1, 33%. Maybe you can come back and get a redemption season sometime. Who knows? Mark 9-7, a legacy week, just 1 over 500.
Doesn't he have one of those futures though?
He has Focus 5, which we'll talk to.
We'll talk about that later. If you've never been on the show.
Anyway, so let's dive right in. Very odd slate where there was 5 football games on 5 days of the week.
Yeah, so we had, I think it was 2 Wednesday games. We had a Thursday game, and then 3 Saturday games, and then rest Sunday. And then one Monday. So very spread out slate, which I know Dubs kind of already prefaced that he did not like football almost every day, but
I think I enjoyed it. Less.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool
if you were home.
I don't know. I would have watched Sunday if I was home.
I don't know. I thought Christmas football was kind of nice. I like that. I hate watching the NBA. I can barely even stand to watch the Celtics, and I'm a Celtics fan. So I know Mikey's a massive NBA guy, but even though the games weren't that great, I thought it was pretty cool to have Christmas.
I agree with LeBron, bro. Leave the Christmas for the NBA. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
Maybe do one game, because the NBA games were honestly all the
NBA games were good. All of them were
good,
decided by 6 or less points, I think.
And our 2 Christmas games, which let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Chiefs Steelers.
Bad.
Dog shit. Me and you picked the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. This is the Chiefs week 17 tune up, show up, fuck you, we're gonna win the Super Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Chiefs gonna lose ever again?
It's tough after that game. I mean, this is kind of more of a wake up call for me. I know at least I've been very pro Steelers, I feel like, throughout the year, especially at home. And this was kind of a wake up call. The Chiefs in prime time kind of showed up and basically dominated that game. I know it was close throughout the majority of the game, but there was not really a doubt, even though I had money on the Steelers, that the Chiefs were going to end up pulling this out. Kelsey looked good. Patrick looked good. Steelers looked terrible on offense. Kind of concerned for them moving forward, honestly, betting wise. But I mean, we'll get into that into the next week. I don't know if you guys had any other takeaways, but
these games are also on Netflix, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So flipping in between that and NBA is not possible.
That's the whole point, bro. The NFL's trying to eliminate every sport. They're in the NCAA playoffs. They're taking that away. They're taking away the NBA's big Christmas moment. What's next? I don't know. Who else can they take away?
Hockey. I mean,
there's nothing really hockey relevant, but
I would rather watch hockey than the fucking NBA.
I don't know. I think I don't really have any takeaways on the Steelers. I mean, the Chiefs. My eyes more look towards the Steelers. I think they've lost 2 or 3 straight.
3 straight.
Yeah,
and then they're going into a tough matchup.
I think they're about to. I was thinking they could maybe win their first round playoff game. I think they're first round exits. I mean, it obviously depends on the matchup, so it could be them versus the Texans, which, I mean, we'll talk about the Texans next.
They're one of the more interesting storylines because both Justin and Russell, I believe, are in 1-year contracts. So it's like, what are you really going to do after this year? Are you going to extend one of them? Are you going to go to the draft? Like, what are you really going to – like, what's your plan after this? Like you said, I also think they might be a first round exit, but at the same time, like, do you want to stick with one of the guys that got you to the playoffs, or do you want to kind of reset and go with someone completely different?
I don't know. I
feel like this is like the Eagles of last year. Like, they're rolling halfway through the season and then they just fall off a cliff.
They did have a tough stretch. They had 3 games in 11 days. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, so did all 3 of these teams?
It was just the Ravens. The other 2 teams had different. They had, like, I think 3 games in 14 days or something like that. Not much difference, but still, like,
I don't know.
Very
man.
tight.
I mean, that happens to every team throughout the year if you play on Thursday. It happened to the Nets early in the season. They played Monday, Sunday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Was that 11 days?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I bet you some teams do go through it, but I don't know. I was just curious. Like, I don't really know what the Steelers' game plan is from here on out, especially after, like, kind of like that, showing that you're not at the point where you can win several playoff games and even contend for Super Bowl this year. I don't know if you want to do that with one of these quarterbacks, but
they have that crazy defense. I think they just need to add like another receiver if they're going to keep Russ. Or I don't think it's Fields. Like, I really can't think. Like, you're pulling Fields week 6, haven't put him back in. Besides like trick plays, I don't think he's the guy. Like, he'd be a really good backup. Like, my advice for the guys like Fields and Daniel Jones is like, go to the Dolphins, bro. Like, because you could just get in with Tua being out. I mean, Tua's out this week. He was out last week. He missed the middle portion of the season. That's the best case scenario for Fields, where he doesn't have to play the full year. He can come in and sub in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the answer for the Steelers. Russ, how old is Russ? Like 35?
He's like 37, I want to say.
I think the Steelers could actually be an interesting team. We're looking round 2. Like, maybe they take Jackson Dart or like a Milrow, something like that.
Yeah.
But enough on this game. I mean, I didn't watch
it. We can dive into that later in later episodes of the Dubcast.
Yeah, we'll be having some off-season coverage. All right. Next game. 31-2. Not scoregami, shockingly.
Really?
Yeah, this score has happened before in like 1958.
That's fun.
Yeah, this Texans team is drawing dead, and they have a first-round home playoff game. I don't know, like, does this tell you more about the Ravens or more about the Texans, or just kind of a wash? This was in Houston, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah. The highlight of this game, honestly, was probably Beyonce and how bad that halftime performance was. I've actually never seen
her daughter was there.
I've never seen a halftime show that terrible.
Really? People loved Beyonce.
Well, no, it was all the country shit. Music. Yeah, it was all the country shit. It's not Beyonce. It seemed very forced. And also, I think it was like 18-2 at half. It was like not a game, and then the Ravens just stepped on the throat in the second half. I mean, this kind of cements the fact that the Ravens are definitely a team to look forward to in the playoffs, and the Texans aren't. We've talked about the Texans and the Steelers kind of been shaky, kind of seem like first-round exits, and the Ravens are the exact opposite, kind of in the same tier of the Chiefs, where they're a team that can actually extend and go forward. Those are my major takeaways. I'm curious to see how Lamar does in the postseason. But
talks heated up a lot. This game.
Especially. Yeah, I think he definitely ran for 1. I think he threw for 2 or 3. But
Josh is still like minus 300.
Yeah,
Josh
exactly.
Had a five touchdown game.
Yeah,
I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's not many. Like the Christmas games were kind of bad, but I mean,
they were on though.
They weren't kind of bad. They were
terrible.
I mean, I watched those instead of the NBA because I can't stand the NBA, but that's just my personal preference.
All right, look at this as an individual product. If there was no NBA on that today, you'd be like, this is a dog shit day of football.
Fair, agreed.
But now you're just trying to like rub in the NBA's face.
Yeah, I am.
All right. Fair enough.
So actually,
I'm not one to back the
all
NBA.
the NBA games were good on Christmas. And
all right. So
the NFL games are terrible.
So
and
moving on to the game.
Somehow people watch the NFL games more than the NBA games.
Don't say somehow. The NFL's been dominating for years. Anyway,
I kind of want to get to the game of the week. Can we go to the Thursday night game, please?
Yeah. Guys,
I've been dying to talk about
we need football every day. We need Thursday night football. Save Thursday night football. It's not a bad product. The players don't have 2 days to practice and show up shitty. Listen to John Gruden on that Pardon My Take podcast, who somehow they show up and they don't do shit because you're playing in 2 days. This is a terrible product. I mean, we watch it because we like football, and football on is like we have to watch. If this game could be fucking whoever versus whoever, I mean, the Bears are one of the worst teams in the league. And everyone's like, let's tune in and watch the 6-3 back and forth game. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I was at a show. And I was like at a stupid cruise show, and I was glad I was there rather than watching this shit.
I did watch bits and pieces. It's probably the worst football game of the year, in my opinion. Just so deflating. Just makes me that was one moment where I'd be like, wow, I could actually watch like the NBA over this right now. But I mean, some things happen. No, but seriously, I mean, this game was terrible. The Seahawks are fighting for potentially a playoff spot, and they don't really show any sign of life to kind of like get a little like crowd noise behind them. Just nothing. Bears obviously been dog shit all year. Caleb's looked terrible without his O-line. Not really much other than that to add to it.
Yeah, I think a new rule of mine, fantasy segment of the week, is I'm not going to play a player on Thursday Night Football ever.
Fair.
Except for a defense.
Yeah.
Defense actually would be a play.
Defense like a top 2 like round pick.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like this is a shithole. I mean, my mind keeps flashing back to that Buccaneers Falcons game where there was like a million points.
Yeah.
But that was
like, the only one.
Yeah, Ravens Bengals was good too, but I mean that's 2 out of 16. Like this is horrible.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting rid of Thursday Night Football. Maybe do a Saturday game. I know that's college. You can't really step on their toes. You can't step on high school football at the Friday night. But
yeah,
Thursday Night Football, in my opinion, is just a dog shit product. And I mean, I'm not in the minority there, but this doesn't really tell me much about either team. I think the Seahawks should have ran away with this game, and they didn't. I mean, the Bears are one of the worst teams. They've been proven that they have nothing behind them at all. And Caleb's like the one thing, and he's like probably the worst of the rookie quarterbacks so far.
Yeah,
so
agree.
It's like, I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Enough breath wasted on this terrible product.
Let's go to the better product.
Let's go to some better
2 more days of preparation. Our hometown New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah, boots on the ground.
One last chance to get a win before the end of the year. I mean, they will play this week, but
yeah,
you were in the building. What were your takeaways
boots on the ground? Honestly, it seemed like the juices were kind of flowing in the beginning of the game, and then as soon as Drake went down, then the life went out of the stadium. Like, even on the sidelines, it was almost just like they quit, like, immediately. They thought Drake was out for the rest of the game, and they kind of acted like it, even though he came back in. And then, obviously, the Chargers just absolutely dominated on offense. It was, honestly, a terrible game to watch. I mean, definitely, like, I'm still very much on the Drake hype train. I definitely kind of favoring more that major changes have to be made at the offseason. I don't know if that's likely or not, but
someone turned heel.
I mean, I just hate, like, it gets to a point of, I don't know if it's both Gerard or Elliott or one side or the other, but they just, like, if you have the opportunity to either get Vrabel or Ben Johnson, why wouldn't you bring one of those in as opposed to Gerard?
I don't think either of them want to come here. Yeah, I don't even think Vrabel actually.
Vrabel maybe, but
yeah, I think Vrabel is probably the like, if you have a chance to go get Vrabel, why wouldn't you interview him?
If you're him, why would you choose the Patriots just because you coach?
No, he has a lot of affinity for Kraft.
Yeah,
he played here. That is the thing. That's the reason. One of the reasons he got fired from the Titans, because he was like interested in the Patriot job.
Yeah,
I just think it's like too early to call it a Mayo. He's awful.
I agree. It's just a weird timing though, because if you pass on Vrabel now, you're probably not going to get him.
We can talk about how, on the bright side of things, now that we lose this game, some results happen Sunday where we're in the number 1 position.
I kind of got pumped about that, but I have a funny feeling that
it's not going to end up sticking.
Things might change coming after this next week, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think this game is just one that proves you're nowhere close. I've been on the opinion that you need to build the offensive line. Yep. I mean, I think at this point, just get anybody back there and let's like figure something out, because Drake's gonna get killed. Like him, I was on a beach club and him having a concussion was the worst possible. Like, oh my God, he's gonna be fucking Tua, and just die.
No one's like
Thankfully, he came back.
He was Hawaiian. He's used to.
All right. I don't know what these comments are, but I think you got to blow it up at some point. If it doesn't happen this year, it's going to happen next year, but we might.
Would you rather be a year early or a year late?
A year early, but I don't think Kraft's going to be like that. I mean, there is a lot of pressure, but I don't think it sticks. Anyways, we have our crowd. Who's here? Greg Small, Magoon.
Bro.
Thoughts on Diddy parties? All right, bro.
Get this guy off the pod.
Giants will get it somehow. The number 1 pick.
I don't think that's possible at this point, actually.
No, it is. They have scenarios.
Every team in front of them has to lose, and they have to lose.
It's possible.
Or every team in front of them has to win.
I mean, I think the Giants could trade with the Patriots. We can make you a trade right here on the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
We can make you a
if
trade
you want to give us 4 first-rounders, if you want Shedeur, and then just absolutely destroy the rest of your next 5 years. But
yeah, Shadeur's gonna be the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Unless some team falls in love with Cam Ward, like a Baker Mayfield type situation. Anyways, there was more Saturday.
This was actually a very good game.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Caught the last couple minutes of this game. Had Jamar Chase in my fantasy championship. Whatever. Lost $1,300. We need to talk about it. But the Broncos are alive. The Bengals are alive. Both these teams are alive. But the Bengals, they have their scenarios. Broncos have been fading quietly. It seemed like they were kind of shooing to be that 7th seed just because they had a higher record. But they haven't won a lot of games since then. So what were your takeaways from this one?
You watch any of this one?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I've kind of been more of the pro. Broncos have had an easier schedule. That's why their record is so high. I don't think they've actually played decent competition teams. And I know the Bengals haven't been playing well at all for the majority of the year, but we have always recognized that the Bengals start off slow and they just continued that, I think, a little bit too long, but they're starting to turn it on and find their form. And Joe Burrow's having an MVP type year, even though that their team is borderline 500 right now. I don't know. It's tough to bet against this Bengals offense where they control their own destiny. I know they have a couple scenarios that they need to happen, but they beat, the Steelers next week. I'll go into more detail on that, but they took care of business when they needed to against the Broncos. That's a playoff team. Bengals pretty much beat them. It was kind of a weird situation in the late game. I don't know if you saw that at all. Basically allowing Bo Nix to have another possession, and they scored to bring it to overtime. But the Bengals ended up taking the win in OT. But I don't know. Joe Burrow's tough to bet against, so I definitely have a little bit more faith in them. It's just they need a little bit more things to happen around them.
Yes, they need the Chiefs who are starting Carson Wentz to win. We'll dive into the scenarios next week.
Yeah.
I like this Bengals team, though. They're always fun. I'm glad we have Burrow in our lives. He can just show up, and everyone's he's the best quarterback in the league just from doing a random shit. But I don't know. I hope the Bengals make it in. I don't want to see it. I think the Broncos line up and just get destroyed by whoever they play in the first round, but we'll see.
So they play the Bills on the road, right?
They have 2 of the top 3 defensive player of the year favorites right now.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. There's a clip of Gruden. He's talking to Big Cat. He's name 2 people on the Broncos defense, and he can't do it. He's Pat Surtain, and that's it.
That's it.
All right. Chat's flooding. 7 comments. Here we go.
Jesus.
Thoughts on the mock trade where you trade Drake, then draft both Shedeur and Travis and hire Dion? Did I tell you about this?
We're not even acknowledging.
Yeah, I can't
Next comment.
I can't acknowledge this. Okay, we're going back to the college football stream. Greg took the Texas Longhorns to win the national championship. They're still in, so this is still a valid bet, but stand on business.
What were the odds on that?
What?
Did you get the odds?
I don't know. He just took it because his cousin took it, so not really
so tis him.
So back and forth. Al, you know it. Texas or OSU will swamp them. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, Happy New Year to the chat. Our first 2025 stream.
No, fuck the New Year.
Happy New Year to all of our chatters. OSU will swamp them in Texas. Is the game in Texas?
Time out. Is New Year's Eve the most overrated holiday?
No, Halloween.
No, Halloween's hype.
Halloween's
hype. I think it's.
You get free candy.
New Year's is fun. It's a new year. You can pretend that you're going to be a better person next year. You can have all these resolutions.
I don't pretend.
Okay, well then it sucks for you. It was a reason to go out and drink. We had a fun.
I don't need a reason.
Okay.
I don't need a reason.
I've clearly learned that tonight. Great start to the year. Yes, Dubcast, January 2nd. Jeremiah Smith made 2025 the best year of my life.
Okay.
2 days in, things can happen.
Yeah, wait till they get the doors blown off them next round.
I don't stop. Whatever. We will have college picks at the end.
We will.
Yeah.
Greg, if you want to call in, Ali, if you want to call in, we will have college picks at the end. To every one of them, again, a Happy New Year. I was the only one who was receptive to your New Year wishes and gave you them back. But okay, screw me, right?
Yeah, you're the bad guy.
Happy New Year, Greg.
Yes, game is in Dallas. Interesting.
Mr. Small.
I feel like that. The Oregon game was in Pasadena. We saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
OSU to the moon.
Yep.
Anyways, Colin, not Allie. What do we do? Why am I reading these?
Yeah.
Allie says good.
All right.
Okay, we got to keep it
game.
moving. We got to go back to NFL. We will have college football at the end. Cam will give his picks for the week. Last game, Saturday night. I was actually at a Korean barbecue hibachi.
Ooh,
It was so good. It was so good. They gave us 7 plates. Amazing food. Allie can testify in the chat.
Testify in the chat.
I did not watch a single second.
I don't want to read it.
I didn't watch a second of this game. Trey McBride, first touchdown of the year. Obviously, that was going to happen. Kyron Williams touchdown.
It then.
But we did have the Cardinals covering.
We did?
So they did that. And really not much else from this game. Kind of just a classic NFC West where they're just back and forth.
Just shitty football. If you want to watch shitty football,
did you watch it because you're anti-NFC
No,
West?
because I saw these two teams on the docket, and I'd much rather spend my time having way more fun than watching this game.
So what'd you do instead?
Drank a lot.
Beers.
I gambled quite a bit. Some slots.
Nice. Any spare thoughts on this one?
Nope.
Yeah, move on. No one gives a shit about the NFC West.
Okay, more
I did watch the Giants game, though.
What the hell is that? Try it. Virgin Voyages. That's the one thing I'll give them. That Korean barbecue place was fire. That sounds fire. It was. Okay, on to Sunday. First one here. Giants fan in the chat.
Hype game.
I watched this game.
All right, let's get Mikey from
You break this down because
Drew Lock career game.
I've been calling the Drew Lock. Malik, too, yeah. That's dangerous. Malik Loki is 1,000 yards.
Colts, I was hearing some stuff after this game about their fractured locker room and people showing up late to practices and meetings and everything. So, I don't know. Shane Steichen seems like a good – no, he seems like a good coach.
I like Shane. I think if they fire him –
fractured locker room.
I know. That's the problem.
That's a problem. But
how do you address it?
I mean, you're –
GM.
You have to win out. I think they controlled their own destiny, right? If they won out, they were in.
They would, yes. Going into this game,
I think the Broncos.
So, no, it would have been the same thing as the Bengals. They needed to win out and then a couple other things to happen.
But
they were still in the hunt.
Almost control your own
destiny, is what they call it. They were lurking.
And you lose to the 2 and whatever Giants, and you let them score 45 points. That's just horrible.
It's embarrassing.
This is honestly Giants fans were very upset. I'm in the group chat a lot of them for fantasy. They were upset they were in this game. But the fact that they went out there and won this, we were having a conversation last week about them versus a college football all-star team, and that all-star team would maybe win. Maybe you're not getting Shadur, but maybe Shadur wasn't destined to be there. He still wore a fucking Giants.
I think Shadur's one of the most overrated.
Yeah, he wore Giants cleats in the bowl game. You're getting him anyway. If not Cam, I think Cam Ward could be the true quarterback of this class. We can table that discussion for another day. But I don't think this is the end of the world. I've always said, unless you really need a quarterback, then you should be trying to win games. Even if you need a quarterback, then
So does this game save Dable's job, or
no? Whatever was going to happen to Dable is still going to happen to Dable after this game. That's my take. Okay. I don't know if he's going to be fired. I don't know if he's going to stay, but I don't think this changes anything.
I agree with that.
Okay,
it's a good culture win, but that's not changing the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the most comments we've ever had in between 2 segments. We have 16
comments. I wonder
comments.
who it is.
Here we go.
Dumb and Dumber.
Skip.
I'll show one of them because I made a promise. Colin, where the edible at? Don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Big cock lock. Okay. Up arrow. Hey, Greg, this game was great. I love watching this. Yes, Ali Ware. They did win that for the fans! Exclamation. Where the fuck are the edibles? We don't need to talk about. Should I even pull this up? This is a conversation between them.
Not even PC.
Report came out today about Buckner and a bunch of vets getting frustrated with Richardson. I did see this. So DeForest Buckner went up to Richardson and was like, dude, we all came back to the team to be your quarterback. You got to lock in. And Richardson's like, okay. And that was it. DeForest Buckner, defensive lineman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think Richardson's kind of a bum. I don't really give a shit.
Well, we already decided that after he tapped out of the game.
Yeah.
We said he should be back next year on last week's stream. I was just listening to it.
I think he should, but I don't know.
I think they need a reset. Like, something needs to change for the Colts because it's been the same season like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, like, let's go mediocre 500 and then lose to, like, a shitty team at the end of the year to just completely ruin our playoff hope.
That happened last year with
They lost to the
Minshew.
Jags. They lost to the Jags in Jacksonville.
And
Like, if they won that game, they would have gone to the playoffs.
and
But no.
and that
It's the
guy
Colts being the
dropped the
Colts.
4th down pass or something like that, and they would have won.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, you're not even on the screen. Anyways,
I'm reading the screen.
more interesting in edibles. Future is bright with Neighbors. Debatable.
Yeah, you need a little bit more than that.
Greg, I'll give it to you. Neighbors is better than Marv. Any opinions on this?
I mean, he had better stats this year.
I think
And
Neighbors was
he's
better
had a
this
worse
year.
offense,
Agreed, but I mean,
so.
it's his rookie year. I think
I
have
think-
a lot more.
I
I think Harrison long term.
I'm just thought of it right now. Marvin Harrison comeback player next year, maybe.
You think so?
I don't know if he
Comeback
qualifies.
player?
Most improved, is that a thing?
Marvin Harrison reminds me more of like a Devontae Adams, while Neighbors is more, I don't know, like kind of a Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Like different types of styles of wide receiver.
Greg agrees. Kyle McCord to the New York Giants in the 2nd round. I don't think he goes that high. I
Yeah,
think McCord's like a
absolutely
5th round
not.
pick. He's
Yeah.
older. He doesn't really have like mobility.
Dude, this
Good
chat
for-
sucks.
I know.
Jesus.
It's like a
Go back to the other thing. Come on.
Back to our regularly scheduled content. We're still at 1 p.m. Luckily, we have the Bills-Jets game to talk about. Did not watch a single second of this game.
It was 40-0.
That's
Yeah.
absurd. That's so funny.
And then they put Tyrod in and they scored.
Then
2
they
touchdowns.
cooked. So is A-Rod starting or they got Tyrod?
Pretty sure he is starting.
A-Rod's definitely starting.
Yeah. Is this A-Rod's last game as a quarterback?
He's switching to running back.
No, I don't think he's playing.
He's
after
gonna be a
this.
corner.
He's gonna be a head coach.
I think that he plays next year for the Jets.
Interesting.
Hot take.
I feel like that's not a hot take.
I just saw
That's
tensions
pretty
are an all-time high between him and Woody, and it's like, and they said they want Devontae gone and Rodgers gone next year.
Who said that?
It was like sources.
Is it Woody or
They'll
his
both be
kid
gone.
that's running the team?
I feel like it's probably the kid.
Yeah,
The
I heard rumors.
Let
that
this
was
kid who's
running
been
the
playing
team.
Madden cook. Like we had stacked teams when we played Madden. Like
I mean, fair, but I mean, they gave up on Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Judy's been cooking.
I think that in reality,
I like missed out that comment. Go ahead.
Aaron gets a bad rap for being a cancer in the locker room or whatever and talking to media and saying stupid stuff. But I don't think anybody actually cares about that other than the people in the front office or coaches and stuff.
I think
Like,
the team
all the
actually likes
players
him.
don't care about that. They just want him to be better than he's been. Like, and I feel like that's
Fair.
why they're not.
So is Garrett also going to stay? I thought I heard a report that he might want to trade.
Yeah,
if
Garrett
Rodgers
said he'd be
stayed.
gone if Rodgers is staying.
No, someone said that.
This is optimistic.
Woody.
See, he just denied every report. Like, it's like nothing's true. Rodgers is going to come back.
It is
to
New
be
York
great.
media. What is true?
That's true, but it's like
You
it's
never
not.
know what's true. Nothing's true.
I guarantee.
Nothing's true. You heard it first.
I think by May 1st, Aaron Rodgers will either not be in the league anymore or he won't be a Jet. Like, I don't think he's going to be on the
I
Jets.
think he's on the Jets or he retires.
Okay.
I
he's
agree.
I don't
gonna
think
retire.
because
I agree.
what do they trade him for? Like a 7th round pick?
Yeah, his cap hit's too high.
Yeah.
I mean, anything on
And
the
I
Bills
feel like they
in this
don't
one?
cut him because they
No,
have,
I mean, we can kind of
$1
skip
million
that. This is
and
more just a
whatever.
Jets combo. I feel like no one really gives a shit about this
Yeah,
actual
Bills
game.
felt free. It was kind of a trap. Here we go.
a trap.
Ariel's in the chat. Let's talk about the 2026 Super Bowl winning Panthers. We will get to the Panthers game.
Yeah, so we were not going to address that now, dude.
Alley, time to revolt.
This
Not
guy
sure
not
if
know
that's-
how the pod
I
works.
don't think he knows how the pod works. I don't know if he's ever
One of
been
our-
here.
one of our
God
most
damn,
loyal
Mr.
viewers.
Areola.
Speed rounds.
Oh, Mac Jones dominated. Come
Titans continue to be a fade train.
Yeah.
What was this,
Absolutely.
6.5?
No,
Barely
it was
covered?
pick 'em.
on. But the thing was a pick 'em, yeah.
Oh, really?
It was pick 'em.
I hammered the Jags on that. I think that was not my biggest win of the entire weekend was the Jags money line.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they
I mean-
slight underdogs?
I don't know if they were -1 or +1, but I just took a money line, basically even money. I have zero faith in this Titans team, like at all. I don't know why anybody would even touch them, but yet going into next week, they're favorites, so that'll be fun. I don't know if you guys had anything else you wanted to comment on
Nope.
this, but
Yeah,
don't
just
care
the
about
Titans. I think are in a really weird spot. I don't know what the answer
This
is.
is
you mean
Amazing
bad?
Rudolph
You mean
game,
really
right?
bad spot?
It's like they have no quarterback. I don't know.
Can you imagine getting rid of Vrabel and being like, "Oh, we're definitely going to improve upon this,"
Thank
and then they just
God.
have one of the worst seasons they've ever had.
This is actually a really good question. Why are you wearing a bird mask? It's a
Yo, it's
mask.
Batman. Fucking get this kid
Are
out
you
of the
kidding
chat.
me?
Yeah, the disrespect.
Do you know who I am?
I think it
Yeah.
looks really bad, but I've been outnumbered on that. So, Another speed round. Raiders over Saints. Slight upset because when we were recording, the Saints were actually playing the Packers 2.5-point underdogs. They ended up being 2.5-point favorites. Now they're underdogs. They lose.
I think I took the Raiders in this one. I don't remember.
I think you did.
I'm very anti-Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know why people like have faith in this Saints team.
Rizzy.
Yeah. Well, they just got their doors blown
One
off
word,
by the
Riz.
fucking Raiders. So
One word.
I don't really have much to add. I wasn't able to watch much of this game. Just kind of seems like a lock going against the Saints. But that's
it didn't seem like a lock. This is a game between two dog shit teams. But I didn't watch a second of this. So Aiden O'Connell.
He did win bets on both of the games to get two dog shit teams playing against each other.
I mean, you win bets. That's
Maybe it's
all
a
you can
lot.
really ask for. Why so serious?
All right, come on.
That's what you're gonna get when we're. If we could pan, Dark Knight Rises. Literally the best movie.
We had a
of
better
all time.
cameraman. His cameraman stinks.
Yeah, he's like stoned.
He's fired after the show.
He's stoned too.
Dark Knight Rises is the best movie of all time. We don't need to get into that now.
Bold.
Here's the Panthers, the 2026 Super Bowl champion Panthers.
Here they are.
Mr. Ariel,
yeah,
we're still watching.
So
This game was closer than the score would appear.
Please explain that.
I actually didn't watch a second of this. I think the Bucks absolutely blew the doors
They
off
did.
from
They
the get-go.
Baker had like five touchdowns, I want to say, passing.
Yeah, I think there's more of like the Bucks were kind of annoyed with all the backlash of how it was a close game the last time they played each other. So I think it went to not overtime, but I think it was a game-winning either field goal or very close game late in the fourth. And the Bucks were like, "Yeah, we're not fucking competing with the Panthers." Like,
well, we also had this bad news that Chuba wasn't playing.
We did, yes, yeah. Chuba. I mean, that might be to Mr. Ariola's point of like.
Without
we need Chuba in 2026.
Without Chuba, and they only lose by 24, like that's 34.
A lot more by 24.
Math, but
yeah,
I
mean,
that's a win.
Maybe it was just the game was over before it even started once Chuba was announced out. I mean, I'll take a playoff team over the Panthers.
Yeah, I like the Bucks.
Player. Yeah.
I'll speak on the Bucks, Bav, because you guys kind of covered it with the Panthers. But I mean, I'm excited for this Bucks. They're gonna have a home playoff game, but most likely, I mean, there are scenarios where the Falcons in the division. But I'm excited for them, like a Packers to visit the Bucks. Like that's an exciting first round matchup, you know, because it's in Tampa. It doesn't.
No, it is. It's probably gonna be the best game of the
It'll probably be like Bucks plus like 3.5, something like that at home. Like it'll be interesting. So I don't know. I'm excited for this Bucks team. I'm excited to see what Baker Mayfield can do.
Eagles last year.
Yeah, true. And for the Panthers, I think you build on this with Bryce. Like you still don't really have weapons. You have 37-year-old Adam Thielen. You have Chuba, but that's about it. Like maybe Leggett takes a jump next year. Maybe the defense gets better. Like I think there was good things out of Dave Canales as a first-year head coach. Like he's not being fired.
No,
so that's a good start. That's all you can need as a head coach and a quarterback. You have like a decent quarterback.
They definitely got better since they brought Bryce back in
the
game.
Definitely. And I think that Andy Dalton was a mistake, but I'm kind of glad they did it because that seemed to light something in Bryce. So we'll see. Panthers 2025, maybe 2026 they'll be in the Super Bowl. Why didn't you hire me as the cameraman? Dubcast currently has a budget of $0. Also, you live in New York, and we're not filming in New York. Ariola has compliments for the man in the middle again. He says, guy in the middle knows ball. He's telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Ariola. I appreciate your confidence in me. Yeah, Mr. Ariola loves me.
He does.
Did McGann bring the boom in 2025?
He didn't bring the boom, but he did bring the beers.
We were together 2025 beginning. Did I bring the boom into 2025?
Define bringing the boom. I mean, you didn't do the bring the boom, but
yeah,
I mean, you definitely had a good time if you want to do that. If you want to consider that as bringing the boom.
Where's Connor? I don't know. Fake people out there that say look on. I don't. LOL. Love that. Okay. Next one, divisional matchup. Eagles destroy the Cowboys on their third-string quarterback, Tanner McKee.
That's kind of, I mean, I feel like this is a kind of a saving win for the Eagles. I mean, I know the Cowboys going in with your third-string quarterback and absolutely dominating like that in a divisional matchup.
They didn't go in with him.
Yeah, well, they're going out with their backup. Like, it wasn't like they were coming out with Jalen.
I mean,
like
Kenny was dealing.
I mean, the Cowboys have had a couple of upsets this year. Oh, like even this game, and maybe they can make it a close game. Absolutely.
You took the Cowboys, or you just picked them?
I saw a divisional match at home. But, yeah, I mean, you can kind of stop clearing the throat even with the third-string quarterback playing the majority of the game. But, I mean, not major takeaways. Eagles are looking to make a massive playoff push. Cowboys have nothing to look forward to other than the offseason. So, not sure if you guys had any other takeaways.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was like the one game I was able to watch from the 1 p.m. slate. I mean, not like they were crazy 1 p.m. slate games, but I think it could be Eagles-Chiefs again. Like, the Eagles are just so fucking good at every position. Like,
I think it's very different now, too, with Saquon, where, like, I think their offense could actually keep up with the Chiefs' offense. And if they were to go, like, score for score, I think the Eagles could actually compete with them.
If the Super Bowl ends up being Eagles-Chiefs, I'll say it now, I'm hammering the Eagles. Like, we need the Eagles to win.
I'm hammering the under.
Okay. We'll get to that in a later point.
More comments rolling in.
Oh, I wonder who they're from.
Bring the beers. Tanner McKee is a Mormon. Fun fact of the day, I guess. Fun fact.
BYU?
He may actually just be a Christian. One on a mission. No, fuck the birds. There's like probably 20 teams I'd rather see win than the Eagles, but if it's gonna be Eagles or Chiefs, give me the Eagles all fucking day. 4:00.
Hype.
You watch this?
I saw highlights.
Tyler Huntley game?
Yeah, Huntley fucking turned it up. I mean, I know it's against the Browns. Browns defense has actually been relatively good. Not gonna. Garrett's borderline depoy. Their defense in general was like trying to keep them in games, even though it's also tough when your offense possessions last like 3 to 5 minutes, and then you're just right back off on the field as a defense. But I mean, this Dolphins team, they also I think are lurking. Like they have like an off chance of like potentially getting
one of the
in.
teams with a chance, yes.
And it makes it very interesting, especially without Tua. And I think it creates a little cool storyline if maybe the Dolphins do get in at that 7 seed. If Tua's able to play, do you start Tua over Huntley? If Huntley's one of those two games to get it,
really
I don't know. I think you go Huntley. I mean,
this team with Huntley lost to the Titans.
I mean, he also just beat the shit out of the Browns. And he's also in the most.
The Browns are angling for Aaron Rodgers. You see that story?
He ain't going there.
They want Kirk or Aaron Rodgers to be with Watson.
Kirk.
Watson took a restructure, but they're gonna have to pay him over the next 2 or 3 years.
I don't think any quarterback in their right mind would want to go to Cleveland.
I don't know. And Njoku's one of the top tier tight ends. I mean, Chubb is.
It's just where your career goes to die.
Yeah, I guess.
Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I mean you can keep listing names, but
they got a good team.
Okay.
I think the Browns are a good football team.
Why?
They're a good football team. They have like 3 or 4 wins.
They might have the number 4 overall pick.
They also might not.
Well, they have a very lopsided spread, which we'll get to shortly.
So this is where we're getting to the good games.
One of the better games of the day. Was able to watch the second quarter of this. I mean, Vikings -1.5. Sure, like we took it. I think.
I don't know what I picked.
You might have picked the Packers.
I think I took the Packers at plus money.
I'm pretty sure I took the Vikings.
We took darn eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good football. Like the NFC North has been the best division in football. I mean, the Bears started 4-2 or 4-1.
Yeah.
So I'm loving these divisional matchups. I mean, we have another one set up next week, but
I don't know if you watched the entire game. The score definitely doesn't reflect the actual outcome of the game. Definitely garbage time touchdowns for the Packers to make it within that score. Vikings for half at least into the third quarter. And the Packers scored 1. And the Packers scored a late touchdown to keep it within 2, but it was like 30 seconds left. So basically they had an onside kick. The Vikings recovered. But I don't know. I think the Vikings look really good. It's going to be difficult. I mean, I like the Packers, but this game kind of cements it a little bit of like kind of set in reality that they might not be the team that you want to pick in the playoffs. I know I like them in the regular season. Yeah.
Round 1.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that would be very interesting if they do play the Bucs. Those two are 2 of my favorite teams to bet on. So we'll get to that when it comes to it. But I mean, as Dub said, the NFC North has been probably the best like competitive football we've seen out of any division. Maybe the AFC North, but I mean, consistently throughout the division, I think the NFC North has been one of the better ones we've seen all year.
I think the Packers are definitely on that tier too. Like, I think the Vikings might be tier 1 though.
Like how we compare, I think we've talked about it, but I feel like we compare like the Packers and the Redskins in the same tier as opposed to like the Lions and the Eagles. It's like that same thing. Kind of on the flip side, we do the Chiefs and the Bills, and then you have the Steelers and like the Chargers.
I would put the Commanders under.
You put the Commanders under the Packers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
you
the
mean the
Packers
Redskins.
I would put like Lions, Eagles, Vikings, Packers, Bucks, and then like Commanders.
Okay, fair.
But
like you get where I'm coming from, where it's like there's there's teams that you know that are better than the other team, and there's nothing you can really
you have
do
more
about it.
faith in who've done it before.
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
Packers,
Just more consistent.
They won the one game last year, or did they win 2 games in the playoffs last year?
one. They almost beat
Yeah.
in row 2.
But like, I don't know. I feel like if it was Packers,
I think
Bucks,
they need another
like you
year.
said,
I think
I'd
they
take
need
the
another
Bucks.
year.
I think that I'm like, would you feel confident in this statement? The Packers will win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years.
Yes.
Really?
I think you have to like maintain like your decent core, like obviously with Jordan Love. I think you got to keep Josh Jacobs, and then think your receiving core. I know you've been like you have all these weapons that are young and they're no names. I think you need somebody else to either step up or you need a big.
They're not like Jaden Reed's pretty good. They're all just pretty good guys.
That's what I think you need one guy, like
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, the flip flop of Devontae Adams, going from the Jets to the Packers, from the Packers to the Jets.
All right, more comments. I have no comment. That's my comment.
Okay.
Vikings versus Lions next week. Popcorn, yes, we will cover that game. Might be pulling for the Vikings. Love Darnold. You're a Darnold guy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's going back to New York to get his career destroyed.
Darnold to the Giants or Jets.
Both of them, actually.
Well, I saw that they're taking offers. They could
for
be
JJ.
taking offers up for JJ.
Let's table that for because I have a lot of
combos.
takes on that situation. I mean, I was texting you guys in my plan. Sunday Night Football, another good game. Commanders
Very good game.
get the
OT
job
game.
done OT over the Falcons. I mean, I wasn't able to watch a ton of this game. So did Penix look like confident and good, or because I feel like there was moments people said on Twitter when everybody made a good throw, they were just panned to Cousins looking there
looked like a rookie quarterback, like showed flashes
in his second game.
I think it was just inconsistent football. But it's also tough because I mean that's his second start going against at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
A playoff team.
A rookie quarterback.
Yeah, like it's not like I don't know what you're really expecting out of him. I thought he played well in his second start.
The Falcons out.
No. If they win the Bucks,
I mean, he took a playoff team to overtime in the second start. I mean, I would consider that a very good performance, but I don't know like his quality of play. I didn't watch every down. I don't know how his throws looked or how the offense looked like overall, but I mean, scoring 24 points going to the fourth quarter, I think, is pretty impressive going against a relatively decent defense. I know they were at home, but
I think Jaden Daniels broke RG3's record in this game. Or
is
he
for rushing yards,
super close to it?
I think he broke it. So I thought I saw like a highlight on that, but
good for him. Like seriously,
he rushed for 127 yards.
Yeah, he's gonna be rookie of the year. Like he had a really good year, so happy for Jaden. I hope this Commanders team. I hope we can be proven wrong. I hope they can give us an entertaining first round game. I'm not confident.
I think they will.
I think they lose.
So
by
what are they started at the 6 right now?
They're the kind of team that will lose.
I think
but
them and the Packers could flop.
Yeah,
because that's why the Commanders need to play this week.
Okay.
Who's the 7 in the NFC?
Is it still for grabs?
I feel like it's pretty locked in. We have so the Vikings and the Packers.
Yes.
Yeah. The Vikings and the Lions. One of those teams will be the 5.
Going to be the 5, and then you have the
Packers.
The
Packers and the Commanders. Yeah. Okay. So it'll actually probably be Lions or Vikings versus the Bucks, right? Or am I missing a team? Or Rams, maybe. This could be a really interesting first round.
No, the Rams would be the 4, right? Rams would be the 4.
I don't know. Who has a better record, the Rams or the Bucks?
Rams.
So
it'd be the Bucks. So it'd be the Bucks versus the Vikings or the Lions.
That's Bucks Lions. That's got intrigue.
The Lions are blowing the fucking doors off the Bucks.
Yeah, especially because the Bucks won early in the year.
Yeah.
Anyways, more comments in the chat. Here we go.
Dude, this guy.
Can we get a top 5 2024 moments in the Dubcast? I would love this. If I ever get an editor, I'll have him do this. I cannot think of sitting through my whole and listening to myself talk for fucking hours on end and finding the best 5 moments. Montage time. I want to feel sentimental. This is a trial year. Thanks so much.
Greg could be editor in chief.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get some editing prowess, take us away on the top 5 moments, or at least, you know what? For our fans out there watching, leave your top 5 Dubcast moments in the chat. On replay as well, if you want to. Okay.
Yeah, time mark them in the
time mark them.
Not time mark. You can just say them because we don't need timestamps of other videos. You click them, it goes to this video. Last game of the week.
If my flight gets silly, I'm going to kill myself. I'm not going to lie.
All right, we have some out-of-world drama here.
All right, yep, keep
Monday
going.
Night
Kenny
Football.
Smith is at the board. Sorry.
No NBA, man. Lions, 49ers. Lions have nothing to play for. Still go out there and do some bullshit plays.
They played their starters pretty much the entire game. It's crazy.
I mean, Brock looked good and then looked like dog shit in that fourth quarter through 2 or 3
Brock's
picks.
ass.
I don't think Brock's ass. I think this is just that year that like goes
so is
wrong.
he due for an extension after this year?
Yeah.
I think
Is that what it is? Yeah.
He can get one, but do you think he has?
But I think it like kicks in the year after next.
Oh, okay.
Like next year he'll still be making whatever 80,000. But
Okay, gotcha. I mean, I think it's more just a culture win for the Lions. I don't really understand why they needed to do it. But if you want to be that gritty team that decides to play every week and beat the shit out of the other team, I mean, the 49ers also look pretty decent. I think, if anything, this stresses the Lions' defense a little bit more, especially when they're banged up. I don't really understand the point of that unless I missed something and they benched a lot of their defensive guys. I don't know why you'd put them under duress like that going into potentially, if they lose next week, then you're the 5 seed, and basically you could have given your defense a week of rest.
I think you want to keep that momentum. Maybe that's the idea behind Dan Campbell.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe just get more reps? I don't know. But
Yeah. I don't
fair
know.
enough. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely just different ideologies, but
Well, they've had a lot of injuries, so maybe you want to get those guys
get a little
playing together,
yeah,
like
fair.
offensive line, defense.
I wasn't sure if any of those defensive guys could have like potentially came back going into the playoffs. I didn't do too much research on how long the injuries would have lasted.
I think
I thought
Hutchinson
they're more
can come back
long-term.
for like the Super Bowl or the
Yeah,
conference.
I heard
championship.
that, but like the majority of the other guys, like the middle tier, like not Hutchinson, but like the middle tier everyday players, but like you don't really know their names as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure on their lengths of injury, but
I'm conflicted in where I feel about the Lions. 49ers, you're in Cabo. Like, let's figure some things out this offseason. You have the Purdy situation. You have, like, basically every player in your team's out in a contract situation.
yeah.
I think the 49ers, I don't know what they'll do. I think we'll have to see, but I think they could be an interesting team next year. More comments from the chat. Greg Wood, but he doesn't know how to edit.
That's
And
tough
both
for
of
an
our
editing
guests,
position.
both of our people in the chat say, "What's your top 5 moment of the year of the Dubcast?" When I was on. Thanks, guys. All right, if you have real moments,
Wow.
feel free to leave them in the chat below. So let's head to week 18, the last week of the NFL season. We have
Here we go. Start off with the bang.
yeah, guys. We need football every night. How could we possibly miss the Browns at the Ravens minus 20.5?
I don't know. This might be one of my favorite bets of the weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so let's set the stage here. Bailey Zappi will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns
Correct.
in Week 18.
Yep.
DTR has looked like maybe the worst starting quarterback of the season.
Of all time. He's 1 in 10 ratio, quarterback to interception.
He's Kaiser. He's literally Kaiser.
Sean Kaiser.
Yeah.
That's a
So here we go. This is in Baltimore though, but Cleveland's on the road, 20.5 point underdogs. Michael, jump us out here. Are you backing the Zappi train, or are you sticking with Lamar and the wagon?
I think that this is probably going to be a Browns pick for me. I want to say that the Ravens are going to get out to a huge lead and then take their guys out for like the fourth quarter, maybe third and fourth quarter.
Backdoor cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I mean, come on. Give me the Zapmeister. I mean,
The
this
Zapmeister.
isn't DTR, like you said. Like, give me Zappy.
This is a real NFL quarterback.
I mean, when it jumped from 18.5 with DTR to 20.5 with Zappy, this seems almost near automatic. The Ravens, a 3-score victory is very difficult in divisional matchup. I know it just happened, like, was it?
Bucks destroyed the Panthers.
Yeah.
Cowboys got destroyed by the Eagles.
Yeah, but those were. I feel like
Jets got
those are
destroyed by the
way.
Bills.
I feel like those are way different matchups because Bailey Zappi wasn't on the field. We gotta. What's the thing? Isn't a new starting quarterback coming in a little bit
Sure,
of a bonus?
QB bump?
Yeah, QB bump. 20.5 for a divisional matchup seems way too high.
So my pick is also the Browns. I like this quarterback change boost because DTR is fucking horrible.
Agreed.
So it's not like you're doing like a Flacco Richardson where it's going from mid to mid. Like
So is there a reason why they're not going with Jacoby though?
Jacoby's on the Patriots.
Or not Jacoby? Sorry,
Jameis.
Jameis. Yes.
They're done with Jameis. Like, he's thrown too many picks. He just is too
But,
dumb. It's stupid. He gives them the best chance to win.
Yeah,
They're
but
it's
not
like
trying to win.
But I mean, like, I like the sappy
so,
move, but like at the same time, in my head, like, why aren't you being like, you know what? Let's go fucking put up 40 on the Ravens right now.
I think here's the thing. So you have GTR, who's a year 2 quarterback, and you have Bailey Zappi, who's a year 2 or 3 quarterback.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them shows a flash in the pan. You keep him for next year. Jameis Winston will not be in the Browns next year. Like, he's going to get a contract somewhere else to be a backup. Maybe.
Well, Bailey's going to show several flashes. Bailey might win this game outright. Keys to the Focus 5.
Plus 3,000 money line. This is the biggest spread of the year, 20.5. We haven't
Why
seen
not?
Like
Let's
this.
have a little fun with it.
We're all jumping on it. I mean, it's week 18.
Divisional matchup Saturday. She can get a
20.5.
little funky.
So on Saturday, we have actually the AFC North divisional round, basically.
Yeah.
We have 2 AFC North games. The Bengals visit the Steelers plus 2.5. So take us home here. Are you Steelers guy through and through on the season, but has it hit a breaking point where you have to switch?
I thought, like, based on my previous segment, it would be a breaking point, but losing 3 in a row, I don't think you lose 4 in a row as a playoff team. I think the Steelers put the Bengals to bed, crushed their playoff hopes. At home, I think the Steelers are getting a little bit more healthy, especially with Pickens. I know Pickens played on Christmas Day, but he was coming off 2 weeks of not playing. I don't think he was 100%. I think that the Steelers pulled this out and actually went outright. I don't know. I see the Bengals not making it even not competitive, but like a competitive playoff race. Like, I don't think they deserve to be in the playoffs, and I don't think that if they win this game, I can also see them not making the playoffs. But I just think that the Steelers kind of put them to bed and just don't even entertain that idea at all.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Wow.
They're just hot as ice. Like, the end of the season is their time. The
Hot
Steelers,
as ice?
yeah, hot ice. Steelers are ice cold, opposite of hot ice.
Means they're due.
In a regular NFL season, I would destroy the Steelers money line.
Yeah.
But this is the 2024 season where the favorites win, and it's not really close. Like, I do this every week where I'll go and see blank wins and other covers. There's never somebody winning and they don't cover. Usually, the favorite has won a lot of this year.
Yeah.
So I think that factors into here, where it's like you have a basic storyline of the Steelers are skidding before the playoffs, and the Bengals are trying to make the playoffs and winning every game. So it's like, obviously in a regular NFL season, the Steelers would win this game by 10. It would be like 17-8 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is the 2024 season. Everything basic is happening. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl again. Every favorite's winning their game. So I'm taking the Bengals minus 2.5. The intrigue, you don't make this game, you don't think the Bengals are going to win this game because that cuts out really the most intrigue. I don't think people want to see the Dolphins or the other team that's circling the AFC beat the Broncos. It might just be
I think it's just narrowed down between those two because the Colts were the other team and they blew it. So
I mean, the Broncos are playing the backup Chiefs. So I don't know. I think the intrigue stays there at least till Sunday, and then when the Broncos win whatever they're in. But I think the Bengals win this game, keep the intrigue alive, keep their playoff hunts alive. Steelers kind of hit a skid. Maybe get that first round match against the Texans, and it's like, 2 dog shit teams are playing each other because that's something that happens in the playoffs. But we'll see. So break this tie:
Mike?
Steelers or Bengals?
I'm gonna take the Steelers here. Cam made more better points than Dab.
I gotta go to debate school.
Also, I feel like Cam was right in the three losses in a row. You look at the season in 4-game stretches. You're like, is this team bad enough to lose 4 in a row? And I don't feel like the Steelers are.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like they'll be hyped up for this game to try and keep the Bengals out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Divisional matchup, whatever. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers here. Also, the Bengals have no defense, and this game's gonna be decided Steelers defense versus Bengals offense.
I got the Bengals offense,
and the Steelers have a top 2 or 3 defense in the league. So,
and also have a top 2 or 3 offense.
Yeah, defense.
And if it goes shootout, who do you trust more?
Steelers defense.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, paragraph time.
If the universe is infinite, does it contain an infinite number of versions of you? And if so, does your existence in one of these versions matter more than another?
Can you block someone as a commenter, or
I can ban people.
Can we?
I'll address this question. So if the universe is infinite, does it contain an infinite number of versions of you? So I think with this question, you're at, what is your definition of a universe? Because is there more of me in this universe? Are we in a simulation? So maybe give me more context on that. Then I'm going to answer that first part of the question. So if there's an infinite number of universes that your existence, one of those versions matter more than the other. Unless this is like Marvel MCU, then no, I don't think one timeline matters more than another. If it's infinite, then there's every possible scenario. Good movie for you out there to watch some type of shit like this, Coherence. It was made in like a day on like a $5,000 budget, but it goes into this kind of separate universe stuff. It's pretty good. Didn't review it yet on the Dubcast. It was right before I started the Dubcast, but go watch that movie. Maybe this can explain your. This actually would answer this question perfectly.
This
Who
question.
gives a
This
fuck?
question is like none of them matter in the end.
Yeah, if
If
everything's
it's
infinite,
infinite,
literally nothing
Then
matters.
it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters if it's infinite. Okay,
Next game.
so you guys went first in the first two games.
You go.
I'll jump this one because I might be in person, and I don't know how.
Boots on the ground.
My
First
first boots in the
boots.
ground NFL game of the season. I don't know if I'm going for sure yet. It's in the works,
You should probably go.
but I don't know how to react if I'm there. Should I be rooting for us to lose? I want to win, but it seems like being the Bills doesn't really accomplish much. Excuse me for burping right there. That was pretty ugly.
It's kind of hot.
Thanks, man.
I got you.
Are the Bills playing people?
No.
So they're playing
They got
Josh Allen for the
a
first
quarter.
couple series.
Mitchell.
Who?
Mitchell.
Who's Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell Trubisky will be in.
Oh.
The thing is, I don't know if I even trust the Pats at this point to beat a Mitchell Trubisky-led Bills team.
I can't see Drake playing the whole game either.
I think Gerard's smart enough to not lose this game on purpose, but I don't even, maybe he's dumb enough to lose this game. Like I think I'm taking the Bills minus the 2.5. It's a tough watch because you're like, if we lose, we get the first pick in the draft, but if we lose, we also have a way worse record than last year, which is one of our worst years in the past 5 years. And it's like a really just
And it's
basement
also, I think-
dwellers. But I mean, if you win, you have the same record. Like, does that mean that much? You know, is it really that much of a culture win? I'll take the Bills. Give us that first pick. We can trade right out of there. I guess that's my hope.
I'm also siding with you on the Bills minus 2.5. I think the reason why the Patriots play this game is because I think Gerard, like, even though he might not be playing for his job, I think in the back of his head he's hearing everything going around and he feels he needs to win or he needs like some sort of like momentum
Moral
boost.
victory,
Yeah, like he needs something to go into the offseason and be like, hey, like we actually beat the Bills in the last week of the year when they were down bad. We were also down bad. We were all like, everybody's been talking shit about us. Like, I can see Gerard needing this win, but at the same time, it's like, I think the Bills' second stringers might be better than the Pats' first stringers. Like at this point, and I can also see the Pats also pulling. Like if Drake gets pulled in the first half, like I think it's an automatic Bills win. Like if there's any sort of like discomfort for Drake and it gets like any sort of close to an injury, I think they yank him. And then if you want to, I mean,
With that offensive line, that could happen very fast.
that's what I'm saying. And I was there for the Chargers game. Like as soon as Jacoby came in, like the air left the entire building. Even on the sideline, it was very apparent that it was just not happening. So I'm going with the Bills minus 2.5, but I don't know if Mikey has any different takes on that.
You like the hometown team?
I feel like I have to break the tie.
Well, we
Not
both
the-
picked
there's
the
no
Bills.
tie, not the tie. Break.
You
the-
can't make a sweep.
break. the
No group
sweep.
ride.
No group rides. Never works out for us.
It actually works out a decent amount of
Yeah,
time.
it does work out a bunch. But I don't know. You guys were making good points. I feel like every time you've both taken the team against the Patriots,
That's only happened once, and it was
Yeah.
last week.
and it didn't happen.
I was going to say, I feel like I take the Patriots every single week.
You except
the past two.
except last week.
Yeah.
What was the week before?
All right,
No, like
fine.
this
I'll
week
take
is the
the
same
Bills. Come on.
All right.
All right.
They
Team ride.
I don't know. You both said it. There's not really anything else to say.
I mean, like, why would
Patriots
you?
are. I don't think
The
they.
Patriots haven't shown a sign of life. Like,
Yeah. I
if
don't
they win
think
this
they-
game, it's like shocking to like a high degree.
The only
because-
reason why you
the-
take the Pats is
it's the
because the
same-
Bills are benching everybody.
Yes,
Like,
it's the
that's
same
the only
reason as
reason
the
why.
first game, the 20-point spread game. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
they-
even think of that. They want bad but
exactly. They actually almost won
Yeah.
that game. Like that's the thing. Like the Bills are kind of looking for something to stomp their throat on them.
Yeah,
So
I like
yeah,
the Bills here.
yeah.
Mind is blown, so we did a good job answering that long question. Is Mayo out after the season? We kind of went over this earlier. I personally,
that was
I think there's like maybe a 15% chance he gets fired. Other than that, I don't think so.
Yeah. Would you say 15?
15% chance.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Should I crack a beer in solidarity? Of course, brother.
Yeah.
I'm on the Bills too. For the boys, I mean, we're betting on Mr. Trubisky. Keep that in the back of your head, but like this could go any ways. Also, if I'm there, I can try and influence either way.
Streak.
I'm not honestly. I'm not.
Streak.
I'm losing.
You should tackle Drake May naked.
You should
I will not
probably do that.
I'm losing faith in Robert Kraft, so maybe I'll make a trip up to the owner's suite and give him a piece.
You should.
I'm not gonna do that.
He's probably watching. Right?
Yeah, Robert. I'm not doing that. Please put me in your suite. All right, keep it moving. NFC South. So you guys like to talk about Panthers. I'll take a step out. Maybe Mikey, since you did your pick last, jump us off here.
You got a hunch on this one?
My hunch is that the Panthers lose this game by a lot because Chuba's out, and I think that is a big to do. Falcons need a win. Maybe it won't be 7.5, but I don't know.
So you
if
think
nobody's boots on the ground, then I don't have any faith.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. I don't think many people could be boots on the ground. So you think it's a Penix get right game? I mean, because both of his he's
no, I don't think it's a Penix get right game. I think it's a Panthers are bad game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning
like
the
this
Panthers.
Could be like a 17-7 game. I feel like
fair. I could also see it being a 17-10 game, and that's where I'm taking the Panthers at plus 7.5. I like the hook there. It's a divisional matchup. Both teams are looking kind of shaky. Falcons are going with the backup quarterback, who's a rookie, who's only getting his third start.
They need it though.
I think if you were gonna say hey, this is a Penix get right game, that's where I could see maybe winning the Falcons minus 7.5. But I don't think he is gonna get right. I think he's still trying to figure shit out, and it's a divisional matchup. I think the Panthers, they're not playing really for a draft pick at this point. I think they're just trying to build on their entire culture and just team in general.
I don't think they're trying to lose games.
I don't think they're
trying to win. I feel like
they already have what I assume from basically the people in Charlotte. They have a top, at least top 10. I don't know about top 5, but they definitely have a top pick. I think they have their quarterback based off the local media.
At least for the next 2 years.
They're not trying to lose games at this point is kind of what me and Dub talked about, where we thought that the Patriots would try to win games towards the end of the season because it doesn't really matter the difference between the 1 and the 10 if you don't need a quarterback. But I don't know. I'm taking the Panthers just because they give me the hook on the 7.5 divisional matchup. Falcons are going with the rookie quarterback third start. That's my take.
Falcons.
You took the Falcons minus 7.5. I don't know about you.
I'm going with the Panthers. Seems
without Chuba.
Yep.
If
the Bucs play at 4, I like it even more. It seems like, oh my God, the Falcons lost, but the Bucs will win anyway. I think this loses intrigue on the Sunday slate. I think the Panthers could win this game outright. I like them to cover 7.5. At least keep it interesting. The Panthers have kind of died out. I mean, you were very strong on them being a team that could cover and win a couple of games.
With Chuba.
Okay.
With Chuba.
I guess everything has changed without Chuba, but
it has. He was their best player all year.
And didn't Jonathan Brooks tear his ACL again?
Yeah.
Anyways, I like the Panthers to cover this spread. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. In Atlanta, I don't know. Penix, I haven't seen any crazy Penix Twitter throws. Maybe I'm just not on Twitter enough these days, but I don't think he's flashing.
We're getting him eased into the offense.
It's also his third NFL game.
That's what I'm saying.
If they're going to win, I think they're going to win close. So I like the Panthers to get the 7.5 done. More comments from the chat. Wow.
Isn't that rape?
Isn't that rape? I don't know what that's in reference to. What happened when I was gone?
Michael Penis.
Ken jumped on me.
No.
I did not.
Michael Penis. It's actually Michael Penix. Thank you very much, Junior. Whoa.
Junior.
Okay, next game, we have an NFC East divisional matchup. The Commanders head to Dallas. 6-point favorites there. They still have something to play for, so...
Yeah, give me the Skins minus 6, easy. Fucking lay up in half.
Michael's contemplating or wiping his eye.
My contemplation has led me to pick with Cam and take the Redskins.
Hype.
Because they're better. And
why would you even
think the Cowboys just lost by 40 in a divisional game.
Think they're due?
They're not due. They're bad.
Well, W might be taking them plus 6.
I know he's contemplating.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys are they've fully given up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to be there.
Zeke cut yesterday.
That's going to be a very interesting offseason topic too with the Cowboys.
Yeah. They just gave Dak $900
I like
Dak.
I think Dak's a top 15 quarterback.
Yeah, but he's the top paid quarterback.
Please don't say that word.
Your special needs.
Okay. I like Dak. I think he's like a Kirk Cousins type. Like
he's like Mike Tomlin. You want to be
fine.
You want to be mediocre and lose in the first round of playoffs.
If you have the best possible scenario around him,
yes, exactly. But he's the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the highest paid player ever.
And tomorrow Tua will be the highest, and the next day after Brock Purdy will be the highest.
He also has one of the best most highest paid receivers in the league. He hasn't really done much with him. Winning wise.
CD's guy has like 13 touchdowns. Dak got hurt in week like 7, bro. This is
what happened last year.
They lost in the playoffs. They were the 2 seed.
And they will lose.
It's because they're the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like if
okay.
Dak,
so yeah.
All right. Switch Dak and Kirk. The Falcons would
the same.
No, the Falcons would be in. Oh, actually, the Falcons are kind of cursed too.
What are we talking about?
Put Dak into a good situation. He's a good player. Trade him. I dare you, Jerry. That being said, I'm taking the Commanders.
I don't think anyone wants Dak.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody does because
he's drafted in 2014, so he's what 34. It's prime. I'll take the Commanders as well. Cowboys won this last game. Remember on that little glitchy.
Oh, you're right.
So I think this is a get back spot for the Commanders. They also really need this game.
Yeah, they need this for seeding.
I think that might.
So that would flip them. So they would play the 3, which would be
the Rams or the Bucks. I think the Rams.
Yeah, because the Rams would be the 3, and then the Bucks would be the 4. Okay.
We'll see.
I'd much rather play the Rams, I think.
I'm taking the Commanders. Zeke was cut. Question mark. Yes, Zeke was cut. I think it was on New Year's Eve, actually, Tuesday.
It was pretty close.
Dak sucks. I like Dak. I think he's a top 15 quarterback. I think he's always going to be in the top half, and you'd rather have a guy in the top half than Daniel Jones. So your franchise turns into
he's high as fuck, so.
Not true.
Daniel?
No. Daniel Jones gets high?
No.
Whoa. Wild accusation. Daniel Jones might win a Super Bowl ring with the Vikings. Can we talk about that?
That's true.
That'd be hype.
That would be hype. I would love that. I think that would be the best possible outcome for this NFL season.
Daniel Jones getting a ring.
Vikings winning the Super Bowl.
That'd be fun.
Sammy D tears his ACL and Daniel Jones comes in the playoffs. Wins them a Super Bowl.
He can sit on the bench.
I have something I want to bring up, but I don't know if it's kind of like a little bit of a discussion question. You want me to ask it now or save it for later?
Ask it now.
Ask it now.
Okay.
You've already brought it up.
So me and 3 other friends, we did a bet and we took the 12 teams that haven't won a Super Bowl yet. So I have the Texans, the Vikings, and the Bills.
You got the 3.
Well, someone has the Lions.
Yeah, but they're very banged up this
Vikings,
year.
Bills.
Yep, those are my squads.
Who else
I don't know the other Browns.
The Browns, yeah.
Bengals.
Titans, Bengals are on there. Yeah, Bengals almost won a couple years ago. This bet was
Bengals need a lot. Titans are nowhere near close. I think overall you probably the best one. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the Jags.
Bucks 1-1.
Yeah. I don't know the other 12, but I think you're in a good spot.
I'm liking my position.
Yeah.
Chargers haven't won one, I don't think.
Texans they're going to have a big year next year.
You think so? I think this is a slump. Like, people are overreacting on the Stroud.
Yeah.
Like,
their entire team
it's literally the definition of sophomore slump. Like, we said that.
It's also, but his entire receiving corps has been banged up. Like, every single receiver has either been hurt for the year or hurt for the majority of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And Mixon was also hurt for, like, a decent part of the year. Like, those are his main weapons. Like, what do you want him to fucking do?
And he's out Shair.
Yeah. Okay.
Stroud does need to clock in, but I agree with that. I think the Texans could be, like, a very nice team next year. I think because, they're going to be in first place again. But I like the Texans moving forward. Once you get all these pieces back, especially Diggs is back, you have 3 really good wide receivers.
Yeah.
John Mechie. That's our guy. He's good, too. So let's talk about this game. Bears-Packers. I'll jump it off. I'm taking the Packers. Simple as that. Packers are going to smoke. They're still playing for something. The Bears are not good. The Bears haven't been good. They've been getting respectable spreads for some reason, but the Packers own the Bears. There was something else I had before this. I'm forgetting what it was. At home. Oh, Packers coming off that loss last week where you had the kind of semi-close box score.
Yep.
I think they punish the Bears, show everyone that they're for real this playoffs again. I mean, this is just a way better team. The Packers have owned the Bears over the past 5 years. I think this is simple. 10 is a decent amount of points, but I'm not going to overthink things. It's week 18. Like, let's just go with
I think this is probably one of my more simple picks of the weekend.
Yeah.
Packers -10. I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head on everything you said. So I don't know if Mikey has any other thoughts.
Nope, we could have done that in a 1-2-3.
Yeah.
Pick
Interesting.
Sort of deal.
Okay, so we're all on the Packers. More comments. That would be sick. Danny to win the Super Bowl. Love Danny.
Whoa,
Giants fans.
What did Mark say? Whoa.
What did he say?
Switch hats with the person you'd most like to get touched naked. 3, 2, no, I didn't. Caleb blows. We'll see, man, because a lot of people are quitting on these quarterbacks, and we can dive into this now.
Yeah.
That was my point from earlier. Can NFL quarterbacks have at least 2 to 3 years before we call them sucky and shitty? Like, people are already shitting on CJ Stroud. He had a great year last year.
He had the greatest rookie season of all time.
And so this whole Vikings scenario where you have J.J. McCarthy, who hasn't played a down in the NFL, you have Sam Darnold. Why not keep both? Like, my deal is put Darnold on a 2 or 3 year contract, 2 year plus the 1 option. You keep him for those years. If he sucks, you have J.J. McCarthy in the wings. Fair. And you don't trade J.J. You have 3 good quarterbacks. That's it.
I mean, that is...
Or 2 good quarterbacks.
No, I mean, it's still, like...
Daniel Jones is on the team.
You get a quarterback on a
3.
You get a quarterback on a rookie deal. When you're a top, 10 pick, you're still making a decent amount of money for a guy that's not going to play a snap. He's probably going to be making upwards of $6 to $7 million a year.
Do you think
as a backup,
quarterbacks will stay in college longer because of NIL, and then when they come in?
I think yes, but it's not the people you're thinking of. I think there could be Bo Nix's, Drew Aller.
In 5 years.
Yes, I agree.
So look at Drew Aller this year. So he was probably a 2nd or 3rd rounder.
Yep.
If he stays next year, does it again, and they might win the championship this year. Penn State comes back next year, does it good again. He could move into the end of the 1st round, senior guy.
Fucking number 1 overall pick,
yeah.
bro.
Penix was a super senior. He got picked 8th.
Yeah.
Nix was a senior. Drake was young. Caleb was young.
Yeah.
Jane
and a lot of these...
Jane was a senior, right?
A lot of these teams also, they don't want to sit their starting quarterback for a year or 2. They want him to, hop in, with Bo Nix. And he just, he led him to a playoff run this year.
I like it. I think I'm done with the, let's flip on our quarterbacks immediately and get rid of them. I want to give Caleb a chance. He was the first pick in the NFL draft. People saw something on him.
Yeah.
And I know people don't like him because he paints his nails and he's feminine or whatever. I still think Caleb Williams will be good. I have a lot of faith in him next year.
I have zero faith in him.
I think the Bears can make the playoffs next year.
He does paint his nails. I don't want my quarterback to paint his nails.
They're in a tough division. All right, so I've been
any other conference, he'd probably be shitty. So.
I've ignored these comments. We have a request from Mikey.
Hi, Mikey.
Hi, Mikey. Your response.
I'm Batman.
Mikey with about 8 Ys.
Thank you, Ellie.
I didn't work today.
Lucky.
If Pfizer's watching, I didn't work today.
Whoa.
Boom.
Some serious
roasted
HR things going on here. So, our favorite team all year.
3, 2, 1, or
I'm not 3-2-1ing this one.
Are you shitting me?
It's week 18. Let me give my explanation. So we've seen the Texans.
I'm actually pissed right now. I'm not gonna
listen
lie.
to my explanation though.
I don't want to hear it.
We've seen the Texans over the past couple weeks, right?
Earplugs?
We've seen the Texans over the past couple weeks. It has not been good watching them at all. Now, usually I'm a fade the Titans no matter what. But in this scenario, think of how bad the Texans are and who the Texans' backups will be. That is what I'm looking at this game. In Tennessee, I think the Titans fuck up their draft position, win this game. You're facing a backup of the Titans. John Mechie's probably sitting this game. We're playing URI kids at wide receiver. No disrespect.
What's the disrespect? Whoa.
There was that one kid in the URI team who's probably playing this game.
Yeah.
What's his name?
The O-lineman?
Anyways, I think the Titans win this game in Tennessee. Callahan, I think people actually like him in Tennessee. I mean, we haven't really spoken on him the whole year. I think the Titans win this game outright. It could be a close game. There's going to be nobody watching this game because there's no implications. But I think the Titans are the Texans' backups. I'm taking the Titans. I'm sorry. I went against the podcast rules, and if I have a negative record and I do the worst I've done, I deserve it for picking against our rule. But I think the Titans win this game. So,
all right, 3, 2, 1. Texans.
Kidding.
Yeah, come on, Texans. Texans. I'm probably gonna take a money line too. Fuck the Titans. I mean,
if you're betting on this game, seek help. Seriously.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. More comments from the chat. Mikey, I almost died on a plane.
Yo,
that your cousin.
Yo, Tendy's in the chat right
now. Go ahead.
Nice.
Mick, no fun. What am I not being fun? I'm giving explanations. I'm being a podcaster. I'm fucking talking.
No, you're going against the entire rule we set from week 1.
I'm explaining why. I'm adding some fun in because what's more fun? 3-2-1. Let's all pick against the Titans. I'm going to be the dumbass and pick the Titans again. That's how
it's fun making money.
That's a top 5 moment of the year was me picking the Titans in week 4 or whatever. Don't disgrace it. That was a good moment. Okay.
I want you to read this comment.
I'm very distracted by Mikey's use of blackface. # not cool. # love the pod. Now, as the host of this gracious podcast, I allow these gentlemen onto my podcast every week. I would never allow them to do anything like that. I think he should take off the hat.
No, it's more of a Zorro look.
He's wearing a Batman mask, guys. It's Batman. It's not what you think. I think he looks. I think if you put this hat on the Batman mask, it looks really stupid. I've said that, but I've been outnumbered by these guys.
Yeah, I think it looks cool, and I'm going to continue to wear it because.
Thank you. It's giving you your good luck picks.
Exactly. I'm 10-0 so far. So.
Okay.
Have you actually won a week of picks?
Yeah, I was 13-3 at one week. Sure.
We'll run it back.
Our loyal viewers, we can look into that.
Editor
Greg.
We love URI. Yes, we love URI.
We fucking hate URI.
No, if you're just a hater, bro.
I go there.
Student.
Actually. Yeah. I like URI for Mikey. Everything.
Look at that. URI. We love you. I agree. Nicholas, sorry, I just explained why. It's throwing him off. I agree. It looks really weird. It looks really odd.
It looks sick.
Looks like he's going to an orgy. Yeah, you look like you're in that
you
Tom
look
Cruise
like
movie.
Downey Jr.
What's that Tom Cruise movie where he's going to have sex with like a party?
Whoa, you watching porn a lot?
No, it's the Tom Cruise movie.
All right, let's go back to the picks. Drop the call-in link.
You didn't start.
No, I pulled. I think it's in there. It's in there. Maybe it's before.
Dude.
I'll copy this. Oh wait, I can't.
Dude.
Okay, you got it.
Delete comment.
I'll put it in there in a second. That's the stream link. Sorry.
Dude, this guy fucking what a host of a pod.
It's the first comment in the chat, Mark.
Mark, if you scroll all the way up, Mark, I'm actually gonna put it in again now. Go ahead. So Jags Colts in Indy.
Jesus. Yo, look at those arms. He's fucking yoked, dude.
Go ahead.
Oh god.
No comments on Jags Colts?
Oh wait.
You want to go first, Mike?
Not paying attention to that. You
You
just put that in the stars.
We got distracted by your massive biceps.
Oh wait, Nathan.
It's pinned again. There you go.
That's not pinning it. That's just.
It is. I know this works. I run a podcast for like 7 weeks in the NFL.
I'm gonna take the Jags. Mag attack. Colts suck.
+5, really?
Yeah, Jags money line. Book it.
Oh, a beer for me? I just got one.
Oh.
Any reason? Are we just kind of?
Cam?
Any reason on that, or we're just kind of simming through this?
Mac Jones is wavering the Colts. Colts have been falling apart from probably 3
we
weeks
talked
ago.
about the Colts.
Just absolutely choking away. I mean, and also the Colts have been notoriously struggling against the Jags for the past, I think, 3-4 years now. I'm going to go with Mac Jones. Been very faithful to him. So, especially plus the points, give me the Jags +5.
I'm going to take the Colts.
Texas Colin. Mark.
It's Texan. Hold up. Let me give my pick for this game. Then we'll pull in our esteemed callers. So I'm taking the Colts. I like them over the Jags. I think the Jags are on a bit of a high winning streak. I'm taking the Colts. Richardson. All right. We have esteemed guest. This is a kind of a shit game. So let's pull him in.
Hello. What's up, boys? What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh, we got a dual call-in.
Dual call-in.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Mikey. I'm here, too.
I said hi to Tendy. Come on.
Oh, what's up, Mikey? How you doing? We tuned in during the Texans part, and we've got a good buddy here, big Texans fan.
Huge Mr. Texan, Colin Texan himself.
We just wanted to talk about your guys' Texans picks.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Starters are trash, so their backups have to be trash.
I didn't say
Colin,
that.
That's what we said.
I don't think I said that directly, but go ahead.
I think that's exactly what you said, and I think Colin knows that's exactly what you said, and he was honestly pretty upset.
Colin is.
This is a Colin off. All right, let's hear your thoughts then. Give it to me. Down. What do we got?
You're
You
live
have to
on the
come-
Dubcast. You gotta come with
Colin,
notes.
come show your face. Come show your face.
Come here.
Come in close.
He's coming. Also, if anybody needs a haircut, Mark Halloran gives out haircuts.
The Texans
I might actually take you up
next
on
year. I lost faith this postseason. These last 3-4 games have been pretty rough to watch. Christmas Day was not a good day for me.
What do you feel about them +1.5 against the Titans this week?
That's fine. Rest the boys, and hope for a win in the
This was
playoffs.
supposed to be all right.
Yeah, Colin's agreeing with us.
Yeah.
He's literally saying what we said. This was left to be like a dramatic moment.
It was A lot more dramatic when he wasn't on the spot. He kind of
Oh,
Thanks,
once he gets on camera.
It happens.
Yeah, he got a little shy.
Baby.
A little nervy.
Just a
He
baby
turtled up a
boy.
little bit.
We're in front of
All right,
thousands.
but
I mean,
thanks, boys. We'll stay tuned in. We might call back in if we have anything to say.
all right, yeah. If anything else pops up, thanks
Mark.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
How do you feel about Pat Surtain being favorite in Depoy?
Kind of fucked up, to be
Wait,
honest.
guys.
He was not the favorite all year. It was TJ Watt, like minus 160 all year, and then the last week he comes up. I also didn't make that parlay.
I thought you might have.
Selling out fake picks. All right. Anything else?
Wait, I got something. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys are aware of the fun game that happened today in the college level. Our good buddy here, he did take off his jersey. I don't know why he's not.
Mark.
But
Is that a Carson
are there
Beck
any
jersey?
questions for him?
No,
Comments?
that's embarrassing.
Oh, okay. All right. Respect.
Any comments?
We don't want to
No.
talk about
Yeah,
that game.
Both of them bet on it.
We had Georgia
Big
money line.
money.
I had Georgia money line.
Did you also take the live 15.5 at halftime? Great bet.
Oh,
I took
Cam
the
did.
money line.
Cam did.
Cam took him
I
plus
took the money
800.
line 3 separate times.
I took 15 and a half at halftime, and it saved me.
That's fair enough.
All right, but friendly sips to the boys.
Of course.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Hope you guys are all having a great Thursday night. And stay tuned. We got
course.
more content coming. So call back
Yeah,
in.
we'll stay tuned. Catch us in the chat.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming on. Okay. NFC East battle. Keeping it in the NFC East. We had our first one. We have our second one here. The Giants coming off that hot win last week. They go into Philly +3.
Definition of a letdown spot.
There's no letdown
For
spot
who?
for like a
The
foreign.
Giants.
No,
I don't think
Coming
there's
off
not.
a win, which if they have 3 wins all year.
I don't
You
think
think
there's.
they're going to win back to back?
No,
That's
but
what I'm
that's
saying.
not a letdown.
I don't think
I think
there's
it's a
going to be a
letdown.
letdown. I think.
You think-
I agree with you. I think the Eagles will hammer because we saw Cam and
Okay.
Mikey against the Cowboys. Are you taking the Eagles as well? -3, or are you jumping the Giants?
No, I'm taking the
Yeah,
Eagles.
it's like the Eagles will win this game. It's just like a meaningless.
Wait, did Saquon 100% not?
I
play?
heard 2 days ago. I heard Saquon is not playing in this game.
I
He heard
heard
something
it-
today that he might
So
play.
there's an interview
Nick
that I heard
Sirianni
today.
said that key players will sit, and then they asked him directly if Saquon will, and he said basically we'll see.
So I saw an interview today that Saquon basically was like, if I was offered the opportunity to potentially get the record, I would say yes. So I think that's more of a Sirianni conversation with him. I know there's a few days before the game that they have to address that for, but I'm assuming that we're going to hear that in the next couple of days. But
I think the last 3 minutes of conversation have been pointless. I think the Eagles will smoke the.
I agree. Yeah, no matter what, I think the Eagles
agree
win this
too.
game. Yeah, so I'm taking the Eagles -3. I assume you guys are.
I'm as well.
Okay, clean sweep.
I mean, if Saquon wants to go out there and get the record, be my guest. He deserves it. He's having an amazing year, but it's also 18-game season. You get into those politics. You want to be in those debates, or just sit and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're a big politics guy. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Guys, stay tuned
did
next
vote.
week with that.
Yeah, you did.
I did vote. I need to get back to my live. Skip. Greg always saying to skip the Giants. Why do we have to talk about them? We talk about every game every week. That's the nature of the pod.
Yeah.
We can't hide behind our good
It's the
picks.
same thing as we could skip all of your shitty comments, but
Exactly.
no, you read them all.
True.
But I pull in the people because I know that's what the people. When we need to talk about every game, we need to talk about everyone's team.
Yep.
Now, if we just were we only like the Bears or the Packers -10 and a free bet every
Yeah.
week, that's we're not talking about football. We have to give our picks for every game, expose our true opinions and everything. We can't be hiding behind our best picks, hiding behind the games we like, whatever.
Yo, why is Steven Chitto sucking Sam?
All right, we don't need to talk about the Giants. This team blows the Giants. Yes,
Dude.
if he plays,
Kid.
we are out for his MCL or ACL. Saquon. Oh. So
All right.
where'd you guys?
See?
Yeah, this is fucked.
This is why we don't read every comment. This is why you got to
What's he
limit.
saying?
He wants
If
to.
Saquon plays, they want Saquon's MCL or ACL. This
Greg,
is too far,
you're
bro.
a straight up liar. He's clickbaiting you.
No,
You're
he's not.
falling
They
for
got-
it.
Giants fans.
You're falling for it.
Giants fans got destroyed over this. I don't even want to bring this up because we're so far in. We have so far to go, and I could go on a tangent about this. Maybe I'll just make a separate pod about this.
We'll do it after this one.
Yeah, maybe we can do that.
Go live for a second time.
Dealer's choice, MCL or ACL. Fuck you. I hope Saquon wins the Super Bowl
Can you
MVP.
fucking ban this guy? This guy stinks.
We still need to wrap up this NFC South division where the Saints
Right,
visit the Bucs.
This gets a little interesting.
So
because the spread's getting very wide.
13.5 is very wide. We have the 4 o'clock slate where that's where all the playoff teams play. Like this
Yep.
is where our seeds get figured out. This is where our final picture gets figured out. Saints got destroyed by the Packers. We were here watching it live during and after the last Dubcast. It looks like it's going to be Rattler again, I think. I think Derek Carr is like not likely to start.
Yeah,
I think if Derek Carr is likely to start, that'll change my opinion on this game a lot, and just my personal opinion.
Right.
But Bucs at home, you win, you're in. You have a playoff game. You have a home playoff game. You win your division. If you lose, you change to the Falcons playing the Panthers. So for that, I've been a Saints backer, but I'm taking the Bucs minus 13.5. Like it's just do or die. Saints, I think they have a lot to figure out as well. They always have their cap issues. It's a wide spread, and I usually like taking the big numbers, but I just can't see a Spencer Rattler team keeping this close, like when the Bucs need to win. So I'm not going to do the thing where I say I'm flipping if it's Derek Carr. Like if Derek Carr gets announced he's going to start tomorrow, like go ahead, it's Friday shit, and I can still will be confident enough in the Bucs. I'm just going to take the Bucs, but I think if it's Rattler, like I actually might bet on the Bucs for this game. So are you guys that confident, or are you taking almost a 2 touchdown spread?
I was gonna take the Saints, and then you said that you didn't think Spencer Rattler team could cover, and I'm like, that's probably true. So I'm gonna take the Bucs here. He definitely hasn't looked like a good quarterback, and he's not. So
now would a Spencer Rattler or Jay Kaner comes in the middle of the second quarter game be able to
maybe
I don't think so.
But this, I don't know. This is like flipping back and forth in my head because this is like the same sort of thing as the first game we did. It's like could be a backdoor cover. Like
you see the Bucs go up 28.
Switch quarterbacks at halftime or something. Like it's 28-2 or whatever, something stupid. I think I will take the Saints.
Okay.
Thank God, because I'm hammering the Bucs when I started 13.5. I really didn't want to go a clean sweep on that. I've been very pro Bucs and anti Saints throughout the entire year. Wasn't hoping on changing it until Mikey made his pick and made me very nervous. But yeah, definitely taking the Bucs minus 13.5. I just can't see the Saints making it even a close game, even though it's a divisional matchup. But yeah, I know. I don't love that.
Okay. More comments from the chat. Greg Small is absolutely unhinged. Dub is absolutely taking the clickbait. I'm sorry, I do read every comment.
That's not even clickbait. That's just like the thing of the pod. We read every comment.
Yeah. It's a thing. So, I'm reading your comment. I read
that was just, sorry. I thought that was Greg saying that. Oh, my bad, Cindy.
He's saying me taking the clickbait about the ACL. No, the thing is, I actually believe him because I've actually had conversations with him where I'm in a group chat with him and somebody else. And
I know Giants fans actually they want to. Yeah, exactly.
So this is I'm taking seriously. I think this is a serious.
That's
comment.
not clickbait. I think that's real.
Greg, you can comment in the chat, but I think that was a real comment. I wonder if the Gator Bowl wishes they put Cuse in. We're not watching the Gator Bowl. We have the Celtics on screen too.
Yeah, fucking skip.
Let us know what the score is. I don't care. Chiefs Broncos AFC West. Broncos minus 10.5. This is a must win for them. We'll go back to you. What's your pick?
I'm going Chiefs plus 10.5.
Okay.
I like the hook on the half. Honestly,
it's Wentz.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know they're not starting their starters. I know the Broncos also need this game in order to get the playoffs. I don't know. AFC West matchup, divisional matchup, getting the playoffs. If the Broncos are going to win, I can't see it being by more than 10 in my head. I don't know why. If anything, I can picture them winning by 7, maybe even 4 or 3, but 10.5 just seems like way too much. I think Carson Wentz keeps it a relatively close game. I think Andy Reid can also create a game plan that's a little bit more style to Carson Wentz as opposed to Patrick Mahomes and not make dumb decisions. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs plus 10.5.
Michael?
Yeah, I guess I'll take the Chiefs.
He's in deep thought.
I think the Broncos win this game, but
10.5's a lot for a divisional matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Especially it's like the Chiefs are number 1 seed. Like I get you're not going to be playing all your starters.
They're not going to be playing
good
anybody though. That's the thing.
But I mean, even your second stringers, they're still hopping in the majority of games. They're not getting the majority of the snaps.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Justin Watson caught 2 touchdowns on Christmas Day. He's their 5th string receiver.
No, he's a dog.
Okay.
Right. Well, they don't really have strings. It's they all do the same thing, kind of.
All right, yeah.
No strings attached.
Yeah, the one white guy at the receiving corps for the Chiefs caught 2 touchdowns on Christmas Day. Yeah.
Travis Kelce.
He's a tight end, so boom.
So you're taking the Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs here, only because I think that the Broncos can't win this game by a lot of points.
I think this is kind of the Broncos fall off.
I'm taking the Chiefs as well.
Yeah.
One of my favorite picks of the week. I just think a backup Chiefs squad is still going to keep it competitive. I think the drama, like we're not just going to get a Broncos blowout where there's no other intrigue. I think the Chiefs.
So what is it? So the Broncos need to lose in order for the Bengals to get in, correct?
Yeah.
These like late season games where it's like huge spreads or not huge spreads, but it's like opposite of what it would be if the teams were
if
playing
the
all
actual
their stuff.
if they
I
have
feel
the
like it comes
actual
down
ones.
to like culture and coaching.
I like
And
that.
I feel like Chiefs like
I'm not on the
They got
Sean.
the culture
Yeah, they have the
and the
number one
coaching.
culture and coaching.
And it's also
in the
tough
league.
for the Broncos. Like, I get their defense has been great, but dude, like, I think I saw a thing like a third of their cap has been dead cap because of Russ for the
Yeah.
Broncos. Like,
That's
they legit just
Sean
don't
Payton
have like
being
the
a
talent.
menace.
Like, they don't have anybody in order to fill that. So, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a kind of like easy hit for me on the plus 10.5, but I don't know. We'll see what the Broncos can do.
We're on the Chiefs there. I cannot
Okay.
confirm nor deny the Saquon allegations. Yeah, he meant
All
it.
right. This is
He
gonna be a
meant
good
it.
one.
Thoughts on Brittany Mahomes? Hot or not?
she's not hot.
I think she might be a dude.
I don't
could
think
be
she's
a dude.
attractive at all.
Well, she did have.
I think Patty might be.
she had
kind of-
her third child recently.
That
They have
could be
three?
sexual, like a surgery thing.
Oh,
no?
sure, she could be trans.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think
Greg
Patty's
said-
low-key attracted to dudes. And
Greg said I would do it.
Do
oh,
what?
sex with a dude?
Is it Saquon or the Brittany Mahomes? When she was on SI, Heartface.
All right, yeah, get this guy off.
Keep it moving.
Okay.
Our LAC Chargers, I mean, we've all kind of liked them this year. They had
Yeah.
to the Raiders, who I think Raiders have a deal with Vegas somehow where they get like.
Yeah, I
no
don't know
money.
why the spreads are so short on them.
I don't know. The
entire
Chargers
year.
have to play people, right? They locked into that.
I was just gonna say. So
They'd be locked into 6 because the
Let's
Steelers are the
see.
5.
I think that the 7's pretty much up for grabs. I don't think the Chargers can move up, right? I think they're pretty much locked in the 6.
They might be able to overtake the Steelers now, or the Steelers have 2 more wins.
They're the same
Yeah,
amount.
can we get the records?
Oh, it's the same, so they could get the 5.
They could
10
get
and
the
6,
5.
10 and 6.
So you're going
They
to the
have
Texans instead of going to
The
the.
Steelers have head-to-head win percentage over them, and that's the only thing.
So this is going to be. Here's what it is. So if the Steelers win on Saturday night,
And
then
then-
they have
then
nothing
they-
to play for.
That's
Yeah.
true. So you won't know until Saturday.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the spread here.
Well, I think we had the Steelers winning.
So it's really, do you like the Steelers or do you not like the Steelers?
Ugh. I mean,
Do
even
the Chargers have one more win than the?
honestly,
Broncos?
even if the Steelers do win, I think the Chargers beat the shit out of the Raiders. I don't know. I don't care who their backups
Easton
are.
Stick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Chargers. I think it's more of a culture thing as opposed to the quality of play. I mean, who do you want to name anyone on the Raiders team that's actually going to make a difference other than Max Crosby?
Sincere McCormack, he's on IR.
All right, yeah,
Trey
so,
turn Trekker,
I'll take the I'll take the Chargers minus the 4 no matter what.
Jacoby Myers,
Jacoby Myers is a dog actually.
True.
Should never have left the
Brock?
Pats, but
Bowers,
Brock Bowers.
Bowers
is
is a
also
dog.
Georgia product. Michael, your pick.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Chargers here.
yeah.
The end. That's it.
I'm also taking the Chargers. Contingent on our contingency plans. I think the
No
Bengals will win.
contingencies.
So I have a unique situation. So I have the Steelers.
Do you think
And the
Char-
Chargers.
Yeah, but you just think the Chargers will smash them now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that
Dude,
could-
Either
it's
way,
kind
I
of
feel like-
short too.
it is pretty short, even if it's
Yeah,
Easton Stick.
I mean,
but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing we're talking about the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs 10.5, like with their backups. Like this is the backups plus 4 against like
Also, the
one of
Raiders
worst
have
teams
won.
in the league.
The Raiders have won like 2 or 3 or 2 of the last 3 or the last 2 weeks. I forget. So their draft position is kind of like they need to if they want a
Yeah.
quarterback. So we're on the Chargers there. A lot of group rides today. Here we go. More conversation between the chat. Let's get to those college picks. Up arrow.
Chill out.
I did tell him again this morning I thought ND could be at UGA. Was wrong. Stockton sucks. I picked Notre Dame, but I did bet
Hey,
UGA.
Stockton was
Unfortunately,
pretty good. I thought he was slaying.
I've
their
made mad
odds.
money over the past 2 days. I think I'm broke even. Are you up or down?
I've been fucking ice.
Yeah,
cold.
these games have not been good.
Yeah, this is not a good weekend.
Now we have Mark chiming. We have a 3-way conversation.
Oh wow.
Buddy, they played the backup. That's not a hot take. Yeah, I mean the spread -1. That's basically telling you a story.
Yeah.
Greg, you're about to take another L after that Texas OSU game. Still UGA and Kirby Smart. I'm okay.
Okay.
We ran out of room there.
Yeah.
NFC North battle. Our good friend Jimmy Garoppolo takes the helm for the Los Angeles Rams, and they're at home, and they're 6.5-point underdogs. I'll jump this one out. I'm taking the Seahawks. Seahawks can still sting at that 7 seed. Rams, I think, are another team that's not like sticking out to me as somebody who have really good backups. Like they kind of just have their good guys, and those are the players. I could be wrong on this, and they could cover 6.5 pretty easily because it's an NFC West battle. But I mean, Jimmy is also playing for a contract, so that's weighing on my mind. Like, will he show out? But I just think the Seahawks get this done. I mean, they still have, if they're playing all their guys, you have DK, Lockett, JSN, who's been a top 5 receiver. I mean, we've kind of been over that. Like, there's really no denying it at this point. I think K9's out, but you still have Charbonnet. Gino's been okay. Like, I think this Seahawks offense, I think this is like a 24-17, 24-10. I like the 6.5 a lot. That's why I'm taking the Seahawks. They still have them to play for, so I'm going for the Seahawks. But if you guys are taking Jimmy G, I don't blame you. This is one of my closer picks.
Yeah, any
Cam?
thoughts, Mike?
He's on his phone.
I'm making my phone.
I actually, this might be one of my favorite picks. I mean, I know I've been very adamant about how much I hate the NFC West, but the fact you're giving me the better team plus 6.5 at home within the division with their backup quarterback being Jimmy G, I don't understand
You have to
why.
take him because you're Patriots pride.
Not even that. Like you could have named and you could have put DTR at quarterback for the Rams.
No,
Like
That's crazy work.
dude,
That's
6.5 at home within the NFC West. Like this NFC West team is proven to be absolute dog shit. End
they
over
just
end.
scored 6 points against the Bears.
Exactly. Yeah, you're proving my point.
get back spot.
I don't know. Like home team plus 6.5. That's going to be a home playoff team. I think the Seahawks team is also very inconsistent, much like the NFC West in general. I think the Seahawks find a way to blow it and just like kind of stab themselves in the throat and not make the playoffs at all. I'm going with the Rams plus 6.5.
All right, so you'd be breaking the tie here. Seahawks or Rams?
I'm going to take the Rams and Jimmy G.
That's an auto win for me.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, let's spill some beer on my shirt.
Shit happens. Anything else on that game? Or you just Rams. Okay. More comments in the chat. JSN legacy incoming. Honestly, I could see that.
Buddy.
I think my favorite person on the podcast is Mikey.
Thank you, Greg. I love you.
He's been fucking whatever. You've been chirping him
whatever.
You've been chirping him for the Batman and cowboy hat.
No, he said it was good.
He seems like a vibe, though. That's what he's saying now. I think
all right, you read
this is a long podcast, and things are changing. We see our chat is switching narratives. This is crazy. Buddy, back TF off. He's taken. Your comment.
Love you, Mark.
I just told Greg that I loved him.
Okay, so this is really getting interesting here. Greg says, fuck. I mean, this is like a Romeo Juliet type love story. Same here. Give such awful takes, but someone has to provide the comedy, I guess. Whoa.
That's hate. That's like
hate mail on the channel.
That's hate just like wrapped in a little tiny bit of a compliment. So thank you.
Family love means different to some people. ... 3 dots.
I think Mark made that comment.
Mark took the phone. Love you too, Mikey. All right, enough of this love fest. Let's keep moving. We have 3 games left, and then we can get to your precious college picks. Actually, we have 3 games left. So, Dolphins head to the Jets. The season's a wash for the Jets. The Dolphins can still win this. I honestly really like this game. I know you like to listen to the crowd's opinions first. I'm going with the Jets +1. Tyler Huntley has not inspired me. I mean, you're beating the Browns. That's a different type of story here. In New York, I think the Jets get this done. Rodgers is going to be playing. He seems to think he'll be a Jet or retire. I think he might be showing us something for the team next year. I think he goes 300 yards. I might take his overs. Devontae will score. Maybe Breece Hall looks good. Like, I think Garrett could score. I think this would be a Jets blowout, maybe. I think this is like a 30-17 Jets win. There'll be no intrigue if the Dolphins lose because the Broncos will be in the same time slot, so we'll see what's happening with them. Bengals will play the night before. I think the Dolphins are the last on that list. So I'm going with the Jets +1. So we're on the Jets game. He likes to listen to the crowd. I went Jets +1.
Jets +1?
Yeah.
I'm actually hammering the Dolphins -1. They're one of the 2 teams lurking. Them and the Bengals looking for a playoff spot. Obviously, they have a lot to wait on. I don't know, I hate to say it in front of Mike, but the Jets team, I think they kind of got the shit beat out of them last week. Unless you want to hope for a bounce back week, I think they kind of got like their life kicked out of them last week. But I don't know. This Dolphins team still something to play for. This Jets team doesn't. I would
Jets
take the
funeral?
Dolphins. Yeah. I mean, I know it's going to be cold weather.
This 2-year regime with
I mean, it's
A-Rod,
also, I mean, Mikey's like counter argument. I mean, it's Miami going to the cold weather in New York, so
probably be
basically
30s.
they pick them.
It's gonna be cold weather.
Tyler
so I have
Huntley game.
I have a couple things fighting in my head.
You know Tyler Huntley's starting.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think Huntley should be the starter over Tua, unless you want a guy to like get hurt and then like you have the backup coming for the second half. If that's your game plan, then maybe start Tua. But
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Cold weather games, one thing that's in my head. Jets wanting to finish the Dolphins season, not letting them in the playoffs. That's another thing fighting in my head. Jets winning this game, not ruining, but worsening their draft pick.
seems like right up Jets territory, though.
So those are like, I don't know who to believe. I really don't think the Jets are going to win this game. Like if it was just like a Week 8 game or something like that, like not whatever.
Do you think Woody just takes out a sniper rifle and shoots everybody in the ACL, or
I don't know.
Right in the ACL. Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Dolphins here
Another free win for you, boy.
because
Go ahead.
I don't know. They've just been terrible the last couple weeks, and the Dolphins need this win to make it into the playoffs, like to even have a chance. And I don't believe they'll win, but like they might, just to say fuck you to the fans. And yeah.
okay?
Here we go.
Holy
To be
shit.
honest, I didn't like the Batman mask at the start, but it's really grown on me. Okay.
Who said that, Greg?
Yeah, I have different takes on
He
that.
likes the blackface.
He does.
Mikey better stick up for his boys in the green this week. Coming off you just
Ooh,
not sticking up for your boys.
shit.
What do you have to say?
Oh, he's
Ted
got a-
Lee,
he's
if
got
I saw your comment before that, then I would have picked the Jets.
Okay. Sorry. We do comments after each game pick. Garrett Wilson to Houston, book it. I don't
think it's a book it. He
I don't
doesn't
think-
have enough room in Houston.
Yeah, because they have Diggs, they have Collins, they have Tank Dell,
Yeah.
John Mechie, who I actually like. I
Yeah,
really like him
we
for
can get
another
off the
AFC
Mechie
contender.
train, by the
Who
way.
said that, Allie?
Yeah.
Speaking out of her ass.
Well, it's because
She's
Stroud.
that Duncan, dude. Chill.
It's a Stroud connection. Wilson, Ohio State. Stroud, Ohio State.
I don't give a fuck.
It's just an Ohio State
State's
dream.
gonna get their ass kicked in.
Here we go. If you could gain absolute knowledge of the universe,
Dude, I skip this fucking thing. Come
let me
on.
address this. If you could gain absolute knowledge of the universe, but the cost of losing all personal meaning and emotional connection to it, would you still choose to know everything? No, because if you know everything, then nothing matters. I think you're in that same.
We
yeah,
said
we
that.
kind of said the same thing.
We
in a
said that
different
for the
roundabout way.
these two
If there's
questions.
this is the kind of the same questions as the first. You're just using different
you
words.
just- yeah, exactly.
Buckeyes back together. I predicted that. I didn't even see that comment. Greg, respectfully, that was painful. Respectfully, yeah, that was awful. Huntley over Tua. He likes this take. Thankfully, someone has the balls to say it.
I mean, Tua's kind of a bitch-made cat. If you want that as your quarterback, go ahead. He's not going
I've
to play
been
half
saying-
your games, and then he'll find a way to lose in the first round.
I've been saying Daniel Jones
They haven't
like.
made the playoffs in 20 something or won a playoff game in 20.
So I think-
They lose in the
I think
first
you
round
have
every year.
you have 5 or 6 teams who are really gonna be looking for a quarterback. Those other teams, maybe you're taking Jackson Dars, maybe you're taking Jalen Milrose, those type of quarterbacks. Why not grab like a Daniel Jones if you're the Dolphins? Like you want to go to the Dolphins and that would be a team I'm looking to sign for in free agency. With Tua out, you have Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Jonnu Smith,
You think Daniel
Renaissance.
Jones is the one, though?
A-Chain. I'm just saying if you are
No,
Daniel Jones,
fair.
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. You're from Daniel Jones.
Like if you want, if
Okay.
you're a Daniel Jones type level quarterback, or you're a little bit better and you're trying to find a backup job, why am I not signing with the
I
Dolphins in
think
half a second?
I'm not. I know it's a little different kind of
Their
scheme.
offense is
I'm
hard.
telling you, if Sam Darnold doesn't get extended by the Vikings, Miami has a decent shot fucking winning a
Sleeper.
lot of
They
games
gave 2 of the
if
bag,
they
though.
get signed Sam.
They gave 2 of the bag. Mark says Jets win this game.
I said there was things fighting in my head, and
He's
that's
got-
one of
he's
those
got-
things
he
wants to
fighting
be-
in this game.
He's
He
got
wants
the
to
back
be-
and forth. Greg will come up with something else. Yeah, come up with a good question. You've asked the same question.
You don't have to tell us it comes up
Yeah.
with something else.
Go ahead.
You just do it.
Second to last game before the grand finale of them all. 49ers starting Josh Dobbs. Cardinals, James Conner on IR.
Michael Carter, former Jet.
This one's meaningless. We can kind of run through quickly. I'm taking the Cardinals minus 4.5. Just think they'll blow their draft position. 49ers are smart enough to just bench all their guys. It's been a wash for 49ers. They've had a disappointing season, but I like the Cardinals at home
Same
and the
page.
season on the right.
I'm taking the 49ers here.
Okay.
Cardinals are a little.
I think Josh Dobbs is also dog shit.
I think the 49ers might win this game outright, not going to lie.
I agree with that.
Okay.
This Cardinals team's fucking ass. NFC West. I mean,
If you find your gems in these games, like take your money lines. It's week 18. Anything could fucking happen. Here we go. If all actions are determined by prior causes, can we truly be held morally responsible for anything we do? Or if you do something, then it's going to have an effect. That's the first part of the question.
Why are you acknowledging this shit? Just turn them off.
I read all this.
Yeah,
Stop. If you are all, are we missing part of that question? Maybe.
Is he just like saying? I feel like that
He's
question
like,
is just
questions.
like, is this, or do we live in a simulation?
Yeah, obviously.
Or is there like?
All right, so the game of the week.
Predestination
Game of the
or
week.
whatever.
Here we go. This is where we clock in.
Yeah.
This is I don't even know what I'm picking yet for this game. So
It's a complete unknown.
Cam,
Seriously, all of you?
I have no idea.
I know exactly.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
Do you want me to go?
Go.
I'm
you
gonna
go
take
first.
the Vikings because Sam Darnold is him.
Him.
Me slash him.
I'm definitely not going that side. Give me the Lions -3 at home. I know they've been pretty banged up for the past few weeks.
I feel like
I
feel like you have the Lions on a higher tier than the Vikings.
I do.
I feel like you should have them on the same tier.
I think it's like 1A, 1B. Honestly, like I think if you want to rank them based off of actual seeding, as like if you want to do college rankings, I think you would do Lions, Vikings, and then Eagles. But since it's not like that, it's the NFL. It's going to be the Lions, and then the Vikings are going to have to plummet down to the 5. And I like the home matchup. I think 3's kind of short. I think this Vikings team's kind of due for a wake-up call. I mean, they treated Sam Darnold like he was a god after his last win. I think they're kind of due for a little bit of a wake-up call going to the playoffs. Not saying they couldn't make a little bit of noise in the playoffs, but I don't know. I think the Lions are, like, they've been pretty consistent even with all the injuries they've been dealing with. I don't know. At home, week 18, got to have it. Give me MCDC, Lions -3.
You're taking Vikings?
I said Vikings, yeah.
I'm going with the Lions. I had a moment of clarity. Like, this whole season has led up to this moment for the Lions. I don't see it with the Vikings. Like, if you said to me the Vikings are the 1 seed and the Lions are the 5 seed, I'm just like, I can't even imagine that. Honestly, like, that might just me being delusional. I just think the Lions at home, like, it's Dan Campbell. You were grinding your ass off last week. You're stringing things together. Like,
I think the fact that they played their entire team last week kind of shows a testament that, like, hey, like, doesn't really matter. Like, they want to win every single game.
Yeah. I think the Lions, I think this could be a push. I think it'll be
very possible.
The
very
6
possible.
games between the Lions, Packers, Vikings have all been bangers, I think. Well, there was that one shitty Packers-Lions game. But it's close. It's back and forth. This NFC North. I think this could be a push, but it's basically a pick in my mind because no one's really winning NFL games by 1 or 2 points. I've been saying that the whole season. I'm taking the Lions more as a team I like better. I'm just taking them -3. I've been saying I want them to win the Super Bowl. They've been banged up. That's going to be a pause and the question marks, but I think they win this game. I think they get the 1 seed. We'll talk about them in the playoffs when that happens, but I'd be very surprised if the Vikings win this game, but I'm not ruling it out. I just like the Lions more. Here we go. If you're all given a wood baseball bat, how many 10-year-olds could you fight off as a pod? Following this, who do you think will survive the longest? This is an interesting one.
I think Dub survives the least amount.
Yeah.
Why?
I think together we could beat the shit out of
I think I survived the longest.
Why?
I have the most endurance.
In your arms?
You don't know how to swing a bat.
I could just run.
Are you fighting them off or are we running? Is it like a zombie apocalypse? Are they just like spawning? Or do they appear and you're over here?
How many you could fight off? So I think it's like, if it's an arena, I might be the first.
So actually, that's a good question. Is it how long you could survive or how many kids you could kill?
Yeah, well, ask us that one. I think we kind of give our brief thoughts on that, but give more clarification. These questions always require more. Probably like 3 each. I think it'd be more than that.
Yeah, way more.
Mikey would last the longest. I think I would pick Mikey to last the least longest.
Well,
Can we please hurry this up easy and get to the college? Colin first going easy. Okay, let's do this scenario. Let's play it out. Oh, you guys are in an arena.
Yeah, you're done.
I mean, I am the tallest, but that probably leaves me the most susceptible, so I'm probably out first. I'll take that.
I think your ankle's getting bit off by little kids pretty early on.
Yeah.
Depends how these little kids
Okay, so then I think I go first, you go second, he lasts the longest. How many we beat off?
How many you beat off? He said it. He said it. Host the Dubcast.
None of them.
How many we can kill?
How many would you beat off? I'm going 0.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. How many are we killing them or just knocking them out?
No, just beating them off.
I feel like I'd
All right,
probably
0
kill a kid if I had a baseball bat and they were coming after me. being
All right.
honest. I don't think they'd survive.
All right, your
What
answer.
about in the woods? All right, can we get to the focus five?
In the woods, I think I would last longest I could run away. I kind of said that before.
I can climb trees
Okay, so can I. Yo, I did not use Epstein.
though.
Yo,
I'm done. All right, enough of the
you kind of
Dubcast.
do look like them.
Enough of the Dubcast, guys. This has been a great run. This is our last episode. I said the wrong words. I believe this is Texans Colin. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean it like that.
That's Colin.
Okay, so our focus five. Our favorite 5 picks of the week. We've been consistent throughout the year. This is our last focus 5 for the regular season.
I only did 4.
Our former guest, Rat 1 and 5 in the focus 5, gave a bonus pick. Mark is 2 and 5, pending 2. He's got Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year, and he has TJ Watt Defensive Player of the Year as his focus 5 as well. So this could really be a 2 and 7 for Mark, but he's been a caller. Yeah, we need a harp. We love Mark's contributions. I was so glad he was on.
He could call in again.
No, he might call in again.
He's
so
gonna
we'll see.
call in again.
So first, we'll start off with Mikey. He's 18 and 47 on the season. So what is your focus 5 for week 18? We kind of give these. You guys like to give these crazy picks, but
these picks are not that crazy.
mine are relatively normal.
I feel like I had a bad stretch. I had a couple zeros, couple ones, but I feel like the last 2-3 weeks I've been 2 or 3 every week.
With the odds that we have too.
With the odds, they're pretty
we
good.
definitely cover. Yeah.
Definitely making money for the fans. But these are all. I have 3 just spreads, and then 1 touchdown, and then 1 that may come up on the spot. First one's Vikings money line and Addison touchdown.
Okay.
And then we have 3 separate spreads. We're going to take the Steelers, we're going to take the Texans, and we're going to take the Chargers. And then last but not least, we're going to wait until the end and make another pick at the end because I don't have one.
All right.
okay.
You want to go to me?
Cam, 22 and 48. You had more focus 5s, but I think you're about the same record because same winning percentage about.
Fair enough.
But go ahead.
Yeah, as the viewers like to know, I like to split them up based off days. So we're going to go with the Saturday parlay. We're going to go with the Browns plus 20.5 and the Steelers money line.
Okay.
I think the Ravens end up winning that game, but less than 3 scores. I feel like 21 points is a lot. I think the Steelers come out on top after losing 3, as I mentioned earlier, and they're at home. So I like that little parlay. We got a nice little Sunday parlay. Got the Bills, the Jags, and the Eagles all money line.
Ew.
So those are
true.
favorites, Jags, dogs, but I love the way that Mac Jones is playing. Eagles are a short favorite. I like that a lot. I was talking about how much I like the Dolphins earlier. Give me the Dolphins money line in a Huntley touchdown.
You took my pick.
That was the guess. Okay.
All right, and then going to the still the Sunday slate. I mean, we've been harping about it from the past couple of weeks, ever since Mac Jones been starting. Like he's been taking over that entire Jacksonville defense. give me Mac Jones 2 passing touchdowns in the Jaguars money line. That's a nice little parlay. And then, obviously, to wrap it up the entire season, got to go Lions money line, Gibbs 2 tutties, seeing how I can't do the Gibbs in Montgomery tutty each. I think we got to go Gibbs 2. So, we're going to go Lions and then Gibbs with 2. But those are my focus 5.
My last pick, I've decided in my head, is going to be Bailey Zappi touchdown, along with a Huntley touchdown. But
I'll follow that. I'll chase it as well.
I feel like that's a lock.
If you want to have a good time.
I can't address this comment from Mark. Sorry, I'm not commenting on that.
Did you see what it was?
No, I didn't.
Go back.
All right.
Show Cam.
No, I can't. My time for my focus 5. 38, 45, and 1 on the year. I like to be more tentative, so I have a little bit of story to explain. So at the beginning of this pod, I gave only spreads, my favorite 5 spreads of the week. Those 5 favorite picks. Kind of eventually graduated into more crazy picks. But this week, week 18, where's my mouse? We're going back to basics. So I'm giving you 4 spreads and 1 parlay.
God.
Here we go.
Oh,
First
these are
one-
gross.
First one, Packers -10. I love them to beat the Bears. I think they're going to slaughter them. Eagles -2.5. I think the Giants are a dog shit team, maybe the worst team in the league, so I think they're going to destroy them. Chiefs -10.5 or +10.5. We mentioned it before. The Chiefs have really good
Yo, Mike,
backups.
this man beat the grossest.
He's
focus.
gone.
Oh,
He's
he's gone. Damn, I need him to see this.
This is what my focus
This is the grossest focus I've ever seen.
Chiefs +10.5. I think they cover against the Broncos. Chargers -5. I think they slam the Raiders. Last one, parlay. This one's dog shit.
This one's
I just
terrible.
threw this together.
The Colts money line.
Colts money line over the Jags. I think Jacksonville slows down a little bit. Commanders money line over the Cowboys. I think they get revenge. And Chargers money line over the Raiders. 3 teams I think all are going to win. All teams that start with
I
letter
think it's
C.
the Colts. Yeah, are kind of sketch. But.
Yeah. Anyways, where's our college pick? So now we.
Jesus
Yeah, that's
Christ.
the comment. That's the comment. So I'll leave the banner on here because now it's time for our college segment of the
All right,
week.
college segment of the week.
So we actually have 2 college football semifinal lines.
Have the spreads come out already?
The spreads are out. So here we go. Do you want the Cotton Bowl between Ohio State and Texas, or do you want the Notre Dame and Penn
I
State?
think both.
No,
or
wait,
might not allowed out either.
no. Which game would you want to hear first?
I'll take the Cotton Bowl first.
Okay. So Texas, coming off that close win over Arizona State, they're playing Ohio State, who blew out Oregon. Ohio State -6. Your
Give
pick.
me the 6 is kind of tough. I wish it was 7, but I'm gonna take the +6. Cotton Bowl gonna be in Texas. Fuck Ohio State.
You're just on. You're not seeing clearly. You're gonna lose a lot of money on this.
I don't know. Like, I've lost a lot of money betting against Ohio State right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing too much about it. But I actually do genuinely like Texas, like kind of a relatively home game. I think the 6 is kind of. I'd probably buy it to 7, maybe even 7.5. I don't think. I know that Arizona. I feel like all the teams that had a bye obviously came out soft in the first half.
They all lost.
They all lost, but they all came out slow. That was kind of the issue. And I feel like now that we're all getting back in the same kind of space of we're playing every week now, I think Ohio State's going to get a wake-up call, and they're going to run to an SEC team and realize that they're not them. But
Okay. I'm taking the Ohio State Buckeyes. A little bit of bias. I know I am an Ohio State. I do support their squad. But I think last week we were bamboozled. I'm not getting fooled again. The Ohio State, Oregon, I think those might be the 2 best teams in college football. I think we might have just lost the national championship game.
Yep.
So I'm taking the Ohio State. I think they're a way better team. It's been, they've been that Michigan loss. That's more of a mental loss thing to me. I don't think Texas, I've always kind of thought Texas is a little bit of frauds this season, to be honest. So I think this is an easy one for Ohio State. I mean, we get to a championship game, we'll talk, especially if there's another Big Ten team they're facing in the championship game. But we'll see what happens. I like Ohio State -6. Do you have a take on this? You want to just keep moving? Nope. All right. So next, before we have comments, let me read this. We have 4 comments rolling in fast. The UT love. Mikey, please be a Texas fan. Praying emojis. I'm going to the Natty, not going to lie. All right. Well, hopefully Ohio State's in it. I need to pull up that other. Here we go.
The Natty?
Where's our college picks? Second game, Notre Dame -1.5, Penn State in the Orange Bowl.
Really?
That's the opening line. It's Brett McMurphy. Sometimes he tweeted.
It's in Miami.
He tweeted out Ohio State -2 yesterday, and then it went to -6. So it could be will change, but we're here Thursday night.
But
we might speak again before these games even happen.
Yeah,
but they want the picks now.
They want them now.
But it's in Miami, right? The Orange Bowl.
I need to look at this.
I assume so.
Why would say it's in Miami, and I'll pull it
up. I don't know. I mean, I was hell-bent on Georgia the entire time going into this game, and
it's in Miami Gardens, yes.
I think Georgia definitely had opportunities to win, but they
we can pull it up later. See, you get distracted in the comments. I was explaining this the other day. Go ahead.
I really thought Georgia had a chance to win, and then I took a piss outside, and I feel like I kind of would for the entire Georgia special teams and team unit. I apologize for having to go pit. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Georgia.
I still don't have faith in this Notre Dame team. I don't know how. I don't know if Georgia was just soft or they gave up, but they just were Doug was talking about it, basically at the first point of contact, they were never getting wrapped up. It was basically either their second or third point of contact where they get tackled. I don't know. is Penn State that much tougher than Georgia? Like, I don't like Notre Dame, but at the same time, seeing how I like Georgia beat, I honestly thought Georgia might have won the national championship game going into it.
I had numbers Oregon in my ship.
Like,
even without Carson back.
Yeah.
So, I thought they could just.
Sorry, can you repeat what the spread was for Notre Dame?
It's Notre Dame minus 1.5.
I think I'm gonna have to go Notre Dame. I'm not gonna lie. I think Penn State's extremely fraudulent.
We are
fraudulent.
Yeah, exactly. Penn State's a bunch of bitch-made cats. I mean, they're legit the pussy cats, those are Nittany Lions. So, give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We'll go with the raping priests in the Catholic community.
This is one of our crazier. Please, nothing we said today was serious. It's all jokes. It's all satire, including everything said from us three people. That being said, you did just convince me to take Notre Dame.
Boom.
Not because of the last thing you said, but because of what you're saying before that. I think Penn State is a soft team, and when you look at it, yes, they've had 2 big victories, but it was over SMU, who I'm an ACC proud guy. I like SMU, but they're kind of in the Indiana Bowl, where it's like Indiana tier, where it's like, do we really need 12 teams? I think we do an 18 playoff. That's just my opinion. We can dive into that.
I like 16.
16.
Yeah.
Do it 25. Do fucking 30. I don't care. I like the Irish to win this game. I think Irish versus Ohio State matches up well. Like I was mentioning, these guys, I might have said it on the pod or right before. I've seen both these teams play in person. Notre Dame and Ohio State both destroyed their opponent. Granted, Notre Dame was playing Army, who was a little bit better than Iowa, who Ohio State was playing. Nonetheless, I think that sets up for a really interesting playoff final game where you have this Notre Dame team who hits hard, plays good defense, runs the football, and versus the Ohio State also has a very good running offense, but they also have Jeremiah Smith, Emeka Buka.
I think Smith, like the wide receiver core for Ohio State, is an absolute game changer.
And the thing is,
if you didn't know against the Oregon game, basically that separated the entire game.
The thing is, we'll most likely podcast before the games even happen because they're gonna happen on Friday night. We'll probably be live again in a week on Thursday, but this is just our early
early predictions. Just a little heads up.
Yeah. But. Some more comments from the chat. Don't tell mom and dad, but I'm going with 4 of my friends and driving my car for 800. If it's the Snatty, that's an instant. Your team's playing that. Yeah, that's fine. I love Notre Dame. I guess I like them in their scenario. I think this is an amazing game, but Notre Dame wins by 3 to 6 points. I could see that. Close, grind it out, 17, 14, 17, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine them blowing them out, which is...
Yeah, I don't see
falls in the 3 to 6 range, yeah.
Yeah. Marcus Freeman is such a good dude. I do like Marcus Freeman. I usually don't like Notre Dame, but I've liked what Marcus Freeman has done so far.
All right, cringe.
Notre Dame championship. We here and smoking that Irish MF. Well, we got a game to go before that.
Motherfucker. Whoa.
Marcus Freeman is hot.
Greg Small. Up arrow.
That's probably true.
Up arrow.
All right.
That's probably true for Mikey. Okay. Greg agrees. Tell Colin to take me to Columbus. Okay, I want to go to a real football environment. You've never asked, but let's go. Mark, this might be a family problem. Don't tell mom or dad, but I got to go family.
That's hype.
Are you going to tell mom or dad about this?
Dude, you can't.
I'm going to tell.
Dude,
I'm telling mom.
Batman would do that.
All right, Mark.
Mark would definitely tell. Mark at Christmas
can't get any respect in the pod.
I had news to say. Every chance he got, Mark was like, so Mikey has some really important news to our family.
Can't get any respect in this pod. Really says a lot about society. I pull up every comment. I try and, agree with what I can, disagree. It's a podcast.
I don't give her a single, lick of respect.
Yeah, but you also give no one in the chat or lick of respect.
Really.
Yeah. They hate girls. I don't think that's true. It's really fucked up.
I think we hate everybody, actually.
I'm the one who gives the chat a chance. You guys should love me, but you hate me, but
I was giving Daryl respect.
Shit, what the fuck happened? Did the Celtics
won?
All right, hype.
Here we go.
Emeka
Buka is a serial cheater.
Actually, yeah.
You know
fuck Ohio State.
Yeah.
No, I say Ohio State.
No, I know, right, Greg?
Dude, do you remember when Michigan actually beat the shit out of Ohio State?
Doesn't matter. They won 2 playoff games after that. Riley Leonard looks like he cries when he gets yelled at. Look up his face. We just watched the game.
Dude, did Jack Sawyer ever beat Michigan? Oh, I don't think so.
We're still on this.
Yeah.
We're still on it. Your comment. On this comment. Riley Leonard looks like he cries when he gets yelled at. Look up his face. We watched the game, but I think I see that, honestly.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mark,
Kind of
you're
bitch
really
my cat.
smart for saying that.
Okay, it's so fucked up. I'm leaving. Should we leave it open for a minute if anyone wants to call back in, or you want to just put this to the ranch? And end it?
Someone call in.
Who wants to call in?
People named Cam, Fane Lindbergh. I'm over it. Whoa, name drop.
Whoa.
Callers, now's your time. You have
1
T-minus
minute.
30 seconds.
Yeah. You have till 9:57, and then we're ending
So
it.
we have to chug until they call in, actually.
I need a new beer, actually.
All right, then I got you.
All right. Anything else?
Greg,
I mean, you like
Greg wants to call in. He says down.
Go for it. Do you have anything else? Because you like the NBA. Is there any NBA coverage? Any other sports? Jesus.
Knicks play Thunder on Friday night. I'll be watching that. Great game.
Here we go.
Baby Gronk is calling in.
Back to the stream. Baby Gronk. What up, bro?
Baby Gronk.
What's up, boys?
How's it going, fella?
Great show. We were tuned in for all of it.
I appreciate that. We love that from Dubcast community to you. Happy
Appreciate
Happy
you.
New Year. We didn't say it.
Happy New
New
Year.
Hey,
Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, boys.
All right.
Chat was electric tonight. Shout out to chat for anyone still in the chat.
It was active.
No, low key, fuck the chat.
Excuse you.
I love the chat. I like to give the chat opportunities. You guys have negative things to say, positive things to say. I thank you so much either way. Keep coming back.
Comment you didn't read today.
There was one comment I didn't read. I thought you went a little bit too far with your comment. I
There was one comment that might have gone a little too far.
It's all good. It's all good.
I was just kind of rolling with the vibe, and sometimes one person's got to take it too far.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
happens.
Anyways, any last comments? You called in again. Do you have a take or just wanted to appreciate?
Mark, what happened?
No,
Texan
Colin was doing crazy shit in the background.
What, meth?
Dude, this guy off screen's like freaking like some crazy guy, and then he's on stream and nothing
the
happens.
same birthday.
Really?
It's true.
I'm a year older.
True.
Any kind of playoff futures that you boys are
That's a
looking
good
at
question.
right
I
now?
was gonna say Super Bowl matchup.
I was tempted to do that too. I wasn't sure if we were gonna bring that up now or.
No, let's
Go
hear
ahead.
it because I'm trying to dabble in a little AFC NFC Championship future / Super Bowl champion future. What do you boys think?
Well, I definitely feel more confident in the championship round. I don't know about you guys. Super Bowl is kind of tough, but I'm gonna lean Bills Chiefs. Kind of obvious. I like the Eagles, and I kind of want a dark horse. I think I'm going the 5 seed. Like I kind of want to play it out depending upon the lines of the Vikings. But whoever that 5 seed is, I think it's going to be that with the Eagles.
Okay. Something that's been speaking out to me all season has been Ravens Lions. That was my pick last year.
For Super Bowl.
Yeah, I am losing a lot of faith though with the Lions having injuries. I do think the Ravens can make the Super Bowl from the AFC. I also like Bills Lions. The Eagles are just, I don't know. Those are the two I'm looking at. Bills versus Lions.
Are there kids in that?
Yeah, I don't know what's
house?
happening in the background. Of
No,
your
there's a
stream.
dog. There's a
That's a
dog.
dog. Okay. Do you have any Super Bowl picks for your brother to win some money?
Batman.
No.
No. How about championship picks? I think championship picks are way easier.
I think that the Chiefs don't win the AFC. I don't think they.
That's why I like them. That's why I like them going to the AFC Championship.
I think it might be the Bills.
Chiefs Bills.
Chiefs Bills the AFC Championship
Yep.
game. I feel like it's not going to be Lions, and I feel like a lot of people pick the Lions.
Fair.
I really want it to be Vikings, and
I think whoever that 5 seed
It's
is
gonna be
actually makes
Vikings.
it with the Eagles.
I want it to be Vikings and someone else, maybe Eagles. Maybe it's Vikings.
Kim, why
Eagles.
do you like the number 5 so much?
I don't know. I just feel like whenever you're the number 1, it's very difficult to keep up like consistently going into the playoffs to get
With
to
a
that.
week off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you get the bye. Like I get you win one game, but the next game's also gonna be very difficult.
I mean,
The
just
And it's
One
also like
seed?
you expect it to be both sides, like AFC and NFC. Both the number 1 seeds make it.
The 1 seed has made the Super Bowl 64% of the time.
From both
Since,
sides.
like 2001.
That's what I'm saying. So from both sides, yes or no?
Yeah.
So What do you mean? So that's incorrect. So it's not number one versus number one.
Basically, half the time it's number one versus someone else.
So I'm saying that I think one number one seed makes it from one conference.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be the Chiefs from the AFC, unfortunately. And I don't think the NFC side has enough. Like, why would it be number one versus number one on both sides?
Didn't that happen last year?
I don't think so.
Mark said it's.
I mean, that technically is what's supposed to happen.
I mean, I don't want to root for what's supposed to happen. I want a bit more value.
So what was your pick? Was you give a pick or just?
I said.
You said nothing, and then Mark.
Mikey said nothing, and Cam just keeps saying, "number 5 seed, watch out."
I gave you.
I just want to say what? I don't understand why that's such a bad pick.
Good
Whether
news,
it's the
Mark.
Lions or the Vikings, both those teams are Super Bowl picks. Like,
good news, Mark. We have.
I said Vikings out of the NFC. That's
next week. I'm happy to announce we will be giving our picks for the opening round super wild card picks live stream, and we are going to all make a bracket. So they will have to give a Super Bowl pick and give their picks for every round.
Give him one, seeing how he's like kind of like a guest picker on the show.
Mark,
you can call in and give your bracket. That's free. That's open to the public as well.
I will absolutely be supplying a bracket for next week's show.
All right, do some stuff. We can keep track. It's on record. We can go back and look and see who had the best bracket.
That's free money, right?
I'm gonna keep my pick safe then. I'm not gonna say on the.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Well, then you
Obviously,
can't say
we would never gamble real money, but like a little Dubcast pool going on.
I mean, we can make that happen.
We're all around.
Yeah, we've all got Venmo. We're good. I like that idea. So we actually had another caller in the wings waiting. I don't know if you had anything other questions. Yeah, he's gonna because he saw Mark's on now, so we need another. You know what I mean?
Don't let that fucking guy hop in. This guy stinks. I can talk.
We're talking about Greg Small.
Yeah, maybe we could pull him in with you. Actually, he has comments. Here we go.
Oh god.
The chat loves him again. Appreciate it, but I'm more focused on Mikey. A lot of Mikey love tonight.
Wow. I think it might be the attire.
No
I think
homo
it's
though.
definitely the attire.
The chat loves blackface.
Yeah, the Robert Downey Jr. look from Tropic Thunder, I think, is hitting well.
I love how I tried to disclaimer everything. You just kept it on. Anyways, here we go. Mark, this could be something you're interested in. Chat should do their own bracket and make our own podcast against the Dubcast.
Oh, I don't know. Greg Small needs a tryout to be in our podcast, I feel like.
Well, I mean, Greg is small, so.
True.
Not only to make their own one, to rival the Dubcast.
Oh. We're all friends here. We don't need to be rivals.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, Greg. Lock in.
So what was his pick? What was your pick for Super Bowl?
What's your pick?
I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs to win it all, to be honest.
I hate that so much.
Everybody does not like you.
I think the winner of Lions Vikings makes it as well.
So you're going 1-1.
Let's go, Daryl.
All right.
Here.
I'm saying Bills Eagles. That's my.
I
pick.
like that too, honestly.
All right, a little creative. I like that.
I think Chiefs to win it all right now is the best future in my mind.
Vikings,
you can lock that in as my last focus 5.
Same thing as San Fran to make.
You're adding Chiefs to win it all.
What do you have?
Chiefs
San
to
Fran
win it all.
Yeah, San Fran.
Yeah, that one didn't end up that well. They're the most injured team in the NFL though, so that's not my fault.
Vikings, Bills.
Whoa, I kind of fucking like that actually.
All right, this is the official last chance. If anyone else actually wants to call in,
yo, Daryl's back.
Daryl, we love
Greg's
you.
Yo,
5'10".
Daryl, get the fuck out. Actually,
Average size. Daryl from 2 weeks ago. Thank you. Welcome back to the chat. You just missed it. This will be available on replay tomorrow. Any callers? We're giving you till 10:05. Mark, any last words? What was Texan Collins' Super Bowl pick?
Texan Colin,
Put him on.
he knows a lot, and then all of a sudden we ask him something, and he goes, "I don't know ball. I've never claimed to know ball. I don't know why you're talking to me."
That's exactly what it said. He sounds like you pulled him up, and he was all mad with me, and then he pulled him on camera. He's like, "I actually agree with everything you just said."
You're on. Super Bowl pick.
dude, you're live on the pod.
Stage fright again.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
He knows no ball. He knows no ball.
Twice a week. I have multiple episodes. We don't need 2 on the NFL. All right. Any final words from the
I like Baltimore.
Oh,
Oh, Texan Colin said he likes Baltimore.
Right.
Baltimore.
But I
Baltimore.
think,
What a Super Bowl.
but I like Lions out of pure grit.
He likes Lions over Baltimore.
So he has the same thing as me. I like that a lot. All right,
I
Daryl.
like Lions out of pure
Colin
grit.
sticks together.
They fight for
The
it.
Collins
There we
stick together.
Got it. Great minds think alike.
Last comment from Daryl. It seems like I was on vacation. I've been gone that long. We missed you last week. We're in person. We're live. But then we're ending this stream.
Were we
unfortunately.
in
No,
person last
we
time?
took
Yeah, we
last
were.
week off, I think.
No, last week we were in the
last time
States.
when Daryl was.
Oh, no. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was with Daryl.
When
Yeah.
Daryl was commenting.
All right. Thank you so much, all, for joining tonight. It's been an electric stream. Truly appreciate when everyone's commenting. Leave their thoughts. Mark, thank you for you and the crew for calling in twice.
Baby Gronk.
Adding
Baby
a lot of
Gronk.
Yeah,
Baby Gronk. Sorry, adding different components to the stream. Hopefully our picks win. We'll be back next week. Playoff week 1, wild card picks and bracket picks. So thank you so much. Cheers to a happy New Year. Happy 2025, everyone.
Happy 2025,
Let's win
boys.
some bets.